Welcome to another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you're just a coach. Without a coach, it's just a couch. With both, you're one of us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you got some shit to say, leave a comment. While you're at it, hit the notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves weekly. And for more, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. You can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all our socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. And now for your first Couch Coach, we have the one and only Mr. 500, Mr. Bountiful Harvest, Mr. They Ate My Wife. He's a man of many names. He's a man of the people. But you can call him Jonny.
And he's a man that won the Couch Coach Consolation Bowl.
Had to hit me with it.
I had to hit you
later,
with it.
So he had to get it in early.
I had to let the people know that the Couch Coach Bowl was a consolation bowl, but I did win it. And I also
broke my heart
on the back of Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson in my Dynasty League. Walked out with the championship. I made the biggest gamble in fantasy sports, Christian McCaffrey, and it paid off. So now everything's good, and my team poop shirt is gonna have that little medal next to it for the entire season next year on Sleeper. So very exciting. Very excited to talk playoffs here today.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it in a second, but it's funny that point you made about that gamble with McCaffrey. But listen, guys, for your last Couch Coach, we have yours truly, founder of Omnipresence Productions, co-founder of the Couch Coach Pod. Some call me Akira, some call me Commissioner, but you can call me Kuji. Now check this out, Jonny. Guys, listen, everyone, we got to get into this. Recap. Just some awards. We got some hardware to give out. One of them, you guys, you can ask yourself, does the champion of this one deserve it? But we got to give a winner. So first off, congrats to Jonny. Couch Coach of the Year. Regular season winner at a scorching record. A scorching record of 33-41.
That's excellence there. We accept nothing less than excellence.
Consolation prize. Fantasy game, and you won the Couch Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir. This is what a real champion looks like here. Okay, I won third place at our fantasy league, and I won Couch Coach of the Year with a losing record.
NFC South.
That's excellence.
Or the NFC South.
I'm really moving like the NFC South.
And I was 31-43. So Jonny, you won that award. It's unfortunate. Better luck next year. Actually, I got playoffs, right? You know what I'm saying?
We got playoffs. Hey, we got
I see. It was something weird. See, you're good at picking the games, and I wasn't. But I was better at picking the winners. I just couldn't get the games week to week. I don't know what it was. But listen, guys, we're gonna get into it. Because we had some segments this year, a few different segments. We had the Sunday Scaries segment, of course. You guys know. We had the Sleeping Alright segment, kind of parlayed into Sunday Scaries. And then we had the Grim Reaper, right? So we got to give some recognition today. As we wrap up the regular season, like John said, we get ready for the playoffs. Because now we get to the real season. But we got to remember what happened. You got to talk about it. So let's start with this, guys. We're going to do something special. We've tallied the ballots. We sent out the call to 300 voters. Analysts, beat writers, and some incredibly stressed out fans to decide the winners of our 2025 End of the Year awards. We've got two pieces of hardware on the awards side of things, Sunday Scaries, Sleeping Alright, to give out today. One for people who ruined our sleep, and one for guys who finally let us catch some Z's. So let's start with the dark side. The Sunday Scaries Nightmare of the Year award. Now this award goes to the player, unit, or coach who caused the most anxiety, dread, and pure panic this season. And here are your nominees. We have Tua Tagovailoa. We have the Jets defense. We have Caleb Johnson. We have the Bengals offensive line. The Bengals defense, Todd Bowles, Max Brosmer, and the Colts coaching staff. And now the voting was tighter than we expected at the top. The Bengals defense made a massive push late in the counting. Turns out not being able to stop a nosebleed really sticks with the voters. Tua finished a distant third, mostly out of injured anxiety. But with 112 first place votes and 499 total points, the winner is the Indianapolis Colts coaching staff. Now, voters are clear on this one. With a bad defense, you know you're going to give up points. But with this coaching staff, it was the unknown that killed the voters. Baffling decisions, weird clock management. They kept us up Saturday nights just wondering how they were going to mess it up on Sunday. Congratulations, Indy. You are officially our Nightmare of the Year.
My vote was, just to let the people know, my vote was for the Jets defense. Just for the absolutely disgusting stat that they're, unbreakable. It'll never happen again.
You don't think so?
A full 17 games, no interception. Well, it's never happened in NFL history before. And we're talking about like 80 years ago when the leading passer in the league threw for 900 yards and people still got an opportunity to pick the ball off from him.
So they were fourth. They were the fourth. They had 25 first place votes, 40 second place votes, and 55 third place votes. So they're fourth. But no, I hear you. That's an unbreakable record. I don't know. I mean, every defender on that team, when you look at their ESPN, when you look at their career, they're gonna have a 0 next to INT for this year. That's crazy. Not one defender.
Yeah, I feel like interceptions happen by accident sometimes. You know,
tips all the time, bro. So many picks, so they're just goofy, bro. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, my vote, I probably would have went Tua, but I'm biased, bro, because Tua just been getting dragged all year. So it's tough. It's tough. But Caleb Johnson I thought was interesting because we haven't heard from him since that Sunday Scary nominee. I don't think he's seen the field.
We've seen him a couple of times. He's gotten some garbage time touches, but yeah, that... You fucking choke a fumble so bad. It wasn't a fumble. It was, I blocked it out of my mind. It was that he forgot the rules on kickoff and he let the ball go over his head thinking that it was a punt. And then he didn't make sure that it rolled into the end zone. So when he looked, and then by the time he noticed, the ball was lined up at the 1 sitting on the ground. It was crazy.
Nah, he lost some time from that for sure. But all right, guys, let's shake that off. Let's cleanse the palate. And it's time for the Sleeping All Right Tonight Get Well Award. This is for the guy who proved he's a stable, reliable asset. The one who let you rest easy, knowing the future is actually bright. And here are your nominees. We have Daniel Jones. Who would have thought we were saying that at this point in the beginning of the season? Who would have thought? Bo Nix, Stephon Diggs, Caleb Williams, and Jackson Dart. Those are your Sleeping All Right Tonight Get Well Award nominees. Now the finalists here were strong. Jackson Dart had an electric year, and Daniel Jones had one heck of a redemption arc to finish second in voting. But honestly, This wasn't a contest. Winning in a landslide with 565 total points. Your winner's Bo Nix. While everyone else was riding the roller coaster, Bo Nix was just steady, efficient, smart. The voters basically said when you have Bo Nix, you sleep like a baby. No drama, just production. He's the cure for insomnia in Denver, and he's our get well player of the year. And there's no home cooking either. I didn't vote on this.
I was going to say, man, I think we got to stop the steal. We got to stop the steal.
I'll say this, though. I did, in hindsight, I do believe see, Trevor wasn't eligible for the award because he hadn't gotten nominated. Bo got nominated twice. And we know that second week Bo got nominated, Trevor didn't get nominated, but he had a crazy week against the Jets. So, if Trevor
was home cooking.
If Trevor had gotten nominated, he would have been in the pool. And do I think the voters might have thought differently if he was in the pool? Yes, maybe.
So it was home cooking, is what you're saying. But you stuffed the ballot box.
But Daniel Jones, he wasn't eligible. He didn't play enough games. He
stole the election.
He didn't get enough games. 60% game rule, something like that, right? I don't know, NBA shit. But anyway, so with the group we had, it was clear. It was clear. And it wasn't close either. Bo Nix had
should have been Drake, Maye.
Bo Nix had 135 first place votes. Daniel Jones had 80. Dart was at third with 50. Daniel had more second place votes at 95 than anybody else. And then Dart had 86 third place votes. So yeah, there we go. So we have it, guys. We have it. Your Sunday Scaries Nightmare of the Year award winner, the Colts coaching staff. And then your Sleeping All Right Tonight Get Well award winner, Bo Nix. And I think it's funny. It's funny that here on Couch Coach, we have the winner of our award, the good award, the light side, has the 1 seed. And the winner of our not so good award missed the playoffs when they started off 7-1. So I'm not calling us psychics, but I'm just saying. But Jonny, we got something else we got to go over, because I know you've been doing some Grim Reaping over there all year consistently. I mean, the best of the best. If I'm ranking my all-time Grim Reapers, you're up there with the best of them. So let the people know. Let the people know what you got going on right now.
So if anyone's been following, most of my Grim Reaper picks, of course, were that week. Some of the famous ones, Caleb Johnson, Jake Moody, who else did we have on there? Chuba Hubbard.
Yep.
To name a few.
A lot of coaches too.
But throughout the season, a lot of my Grim Reaper picks were coaches that I was calling would be fired by coach firing week, which we are in the midst of right now. So if anyone wants to go back and double check a list of coaches that I have beckoned for, that the cold grasp of death has reached for, include John Harbaugh, who was chosen after week 5, by the way, Mike McDaniel, Kevin Stefanski, and unfortunately, we have one blemish on our otherwise perfect record. Because the Cincinnati Bengals are so cheap, such a fraudulent organization, and haven't realized maybe we could make some change, because we've gone multiple years in a row with the same problems every year. So I did say that it was over for Zach Taylor, but it's looking like that one's going to be wrong. It seems like he may have staved off the icy grip of death, but Father Time is undefeated, and eventually, the Reaper will come for you, Zach Taylor.
Yeah, if they don't get that defense together, it's certainly coming eventually. But listen, we also gotta talk about our preseason predictions, because we made
sure?
some.
I think we can cut it for time. to be honest. I don't think we have to talk about it.
No, I think we do.
Oh,
I think we do. But yeah, just a little bit. It wasn't all bad for you, Johnny. Don't worry. It wasn't all bad. But it was certainly better for some than others, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we made a lot of predictions. Some were bold. Some were not so bold. Some were right. Some were, quite frankly, not even close to being right. They were wrong. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Listen, we talked about these coaches coming into this season. Now, we said way back in September, which of these coaches is going to be the first coach to get fired? Now, I was on the assumption, the opinion, it's going to be Brian Schottenheimer. That's what I was thinking, you know. Thought he was a fill-in, just kind of there till they figure out who's next. Turns out, not the case. But Johnny, you said Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was going to be the first coach of these new coaches to get fired.
Of the new ones?
Yeah. And he was the very first coach to get fired.
Let's go.
Now,
hey, look, man. I thought I just saw it. The league had already passed him by, and he was going to be on a short leash because he's old as fuck.
No, you're right. You saw it coming. I mean, he was on that list of thoughts, but I was looking back at it, and I was thinking the Jets coach, Aaron Glenn, possibly. So far, he's good. But, yeah. So, shout out to you, Johnny. Pete Carroll. Now, you weren't as... we'll get to it on the next question. Now, after that, we got into which of these coaches win a Super Bowl with their team. Now, I had said Ben Johnson most likely to win one, but not this year. Now, Johnny, you had said Vrabel or Ben Johnson can win one if Drake May and Caleb Williams can take the leap. Oh, boy, did they take a leap, especially Drake May. Now, you did also say not this year, but that they will. Now, they have a chance this year. They have a chance this year. But I'm thinking, Johnny, we were really high on Jacksonville. How come nobody said Liam Cohen?
I just think that there was still some uncertainty. And I think we were high on Liam Cohen, but we might not have been as high on Trevor Lawrence.
The Prince?
The Prince who was promised.
We didn't know. We weren't familiar with his game just yet.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we knew it 5 years ago, but he confused us for a little bit. But he's back. He's back. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if one of those coaches wins this year. We'll forget about the fact we said not this year, and we'll focus on the initial prediction. Don't worry. But that'll be cool. Chicago Bears, Patriots win the Super Bowl. Could happen.
Hey, it's certainly possible.
But now we had quarterbacks switching teams, and now this is what I was going to get into, Johnny, on the topic of the Las Vegas Raiders. We had quarterbacks switching teams, and we asked which quarterback is going to be the most successful with his new team this season. Now, I'll say we both had the same answer, so I can't give you too much crap, John. But you said Geno Smith. We said Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
We thought because of the connection with Pete Carroll, we thought because of the experience, he lit it up in Seattle before, that it was just going to be,
Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers.
Who got traded.
Brock Bowers injured the entire season, and I think we vastly underestimated just how bad their O-line was.
Yeah. No, that O-line was... I feel bad for Geno Smith. Any quarterback behind that O-line, I feel bad for. It was terrible. Mm-hmm. Absolutely terrible. Now, as far as deals, we also asked which team is going to regret their deal last year. There's a lot of big deals. What team's going to regret it the most in 2 years? Johnny, you said T. Higgins. And you specifically said it will be the reason that the defense is terrible. Well, 1 year later, here we are.
Defense is still terrible.
Defense is still terrible. Still ain't got no money.
Mm-hmm.
I said Brock Purdy. I might have to admit I was wrong about that. I might have to admit I was wrong about that. I mean, it's tough because Mac Jones looked almost as good up until the last 4 weeks of the season. Brock Purdy was better than Mac's ever been, but before that, Brock Purdy and Mac when he played looked the same.
It's like the team is is just as productive either way, but Brock's just capable of doing things that Mac Jones is not capable of doing. Like when we reflect upon Brock Purdy's career, I think that play where he shimmies around the line of scrimmage at the goal line, where he like dances around, just barely doesn't cross it, and then flicks it to use check, like making dudes miss. It was such a crazy play. Like that will be one of the defining plays of Brock's career, I think.
Damn.
It'll be on every single career highlight footage of him.
So if he makes the Hall of Fame, they're going to have that on the video?
I think so, yeah. It was just such a crazy play. I don't think he's making the Hall of Fame, but I'm just saying if you go Brock Purdy career highlights, a bold take that Brock Purdy won't make the Hall of Fame.
You don't think he's on that path right now?
No.
If he does what he's done so far, his career, and his rest of his career is just a repeat of what he's done so far, you don't think he makes it? Throw in a win, a Super Bowl win.
Still probably not.
Wow. Yeah, he can't be that good then, right? You know what I'm saying?
Is Brock Purdy going to have a better career than Joe Flacco?
He already has.
You know what I mean?
Well, no.
He obviously hasn't. What are you talking about?
I mean, Johnny, listen. Hear me out. I think if Joe Flacco could play as good as he had, because Joe Flacco was a postseason quarterback, so he'll get you to the playoffs, and if he does, he can get you to the Super Bowl. But he's never been a great, I'm going to just go crazy in the regular season quarterback. I think he would trade his career for Brock Purdy's.
No, he wouldn't.
If with the caveat, he still has the same number of rings. He only got one. It's not like he's
right, but that's what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is that Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl and he's not going to make the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
that's my point. Like,
well, yeah. So then of course he would trade because Brock might.
But I'm telling you, Brock probably also won't.
No, I agree with you. I don't think he will, but I mean,
you're just disagreeing with me in the moment, just to be antagonistic.
I need you to confirm why I believe what I believe. You see what I'm saying? If you agree with me, you know what I'm saying? No, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't think you need to win a ring per se to make the Hall of Fame. So like if
as a quarterback, yeah, but if you don't win a ring in order to make the Hall of Fame, you have to be just on the short list of the most talented players to ever play the position.
Okay,
and by that, it's like, what quarterback hasn't won a ring and made the Hall of Fame? It's like just Dan Marino.
I mean, we would have seen Phillip Rivers maybe, but can't now.
Rivers is not gonna. I don't think Rivers will make the Hall of Fame.
No.
The only thing he's got is career stats. Like he's got longevity stats, and that's it.
So, and if Joe Burrow never wins the Super Bowl, will he make the Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
Oh my God! What do you mean?
The NFL Hall of Fame is super difficult to make. They only allow single-digit people in every year. They allow 5 people max every year.
And some
it's super hard to make the NFL Hall of Fame.
Years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's super hard. Like you don't get to. It's not like the NBA Hall of Fame where random dudes just make it in as a goof. So that's why I'm like, I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think Phillip Rivers makes it. So the same deal. I don't think.
Dan Marino, Frank Tarkenton, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon, Jim Kelly.
There's your list. So 6 people ever. 6 QBs ever that didn't win a Super Bowl.
But I think that Joe Burrow would be a top 6 QB ever talent.
Joe Burrow would be a top 6 QB ever talent?
I mean, not from a physical perspective. No, he's not like the craziest arm, but like the intangibles. when he pulls up and the teams they just know they're gonna win. Like, you know what I'm saying? He puts it on his back from a mindset perspective.
I love Joe Burrow, bro, but he's played in the league for like 6 years now, and he's been in the league for 6 years, and he's played for about 3.
Yeah, so he's young in his career.
Okay.
he got them fresh legs. No, nah, you're right. I mean, you're not right about the Hall of Fame thing. I think he could make it without a ring. We got to see. You're just too early to tell both of them.
Anyone could make it without a ring, theoretically. You just got to lock in and be one of the greatest of all time that didn't make a ring, or that didn't win a ring.
Like Josh Allen. Josh Allen would be a good example.
Yeah.
He would make the Hall of Fame.
If he doesn't win a ring, he would still make the Hall of Fame.
He would still make the Hall of Fame.
Because he also at least has an MVP.
And Lamar Jackson.
Same with Lamar. Yeah, Lamar's a first ballot tomorrow if he retires.
Okay. So you're putting them on a different echelon then.
Yeah, Lamar is a multiple-time MVP winner.
I like how I got you to say his name. I didn't mean to do it.
I don't think I did.
I don't know. We'll run it back and see.
I think I said he would make the Hall of Fame. I don't think I said his name.
Okay. I'm just checking because he ain't won yet. He ain't won yet.
Check the tape. I don't think that I don't think I said it.
But yeah. So we'll see though. I mean, I still think Brock's getting paid too much. Like, he's still getting paid too much, but they're not regretting it because they're winning. And honestly, this year was really kind of like it was a weird year because we gave up on San Francisco way early in the season when the whole fucking squad got hurt, including Brock. But I guess if there's any indication of if he can lead a team to the playoffs with no help, it's this year. Everybody's fucking gone. So, yeah. I mean,
that to say, T. Higgins more of a regret than Brock Purdy.
Yeah, T. Higgins more of a regret, easily. Johnny, you got that one. But now we get into our division. Our division winners. Listen, we had seeds. We had winners. They caught me off guard with seeds. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh man, I didn't think that far. But listen, guys, we'll go through Johnny's first. So Johnny had the Ravens winning the North. We'll go simultaneously. I had the Steelers winning the North. I was correct, as you guys know. Came down to last week though. But Johnny, you're glad though. All right. What would have felt worse if the Steelers lost and you got the prediction right, or if you got the prediction wrong and the Steelers won as it happened?
Oh, Steelers winning is better always, unless there's money on the line.
Deadass.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
The only thing that it's the same shit where I'm like, I would let the Steelers lose so that my fantasy team could win, because I can make money off my fantasy team. I don't make money on the Steelers win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's why I'm more invested in my fantasy team.
But anything else, it's like, I mean, I want to be right prediction wise because it's what I think is going to happen. But like, if my team
I've been betting against the Steelers all year on this show.
Your entire year.
All season, I've just been picking against the Steelers.
I know, you doubted them. I believed in them, Johnny.
I hedged my bets big time.
I said Aaron Rodgers finna come back. He finna... He there was times he looked like he might not even finish the season. He looked like he might be in an old folks home soon, but... Man,
we had a one racist Mason start to the year. Only one. Not bad.
Resilient. And apparently they like each other. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I guess.
Yeah, they're both right-wing nut jobs.
Well, they're both talking.
Allegedly.
Like, yeah, no, he's a great teammate. They're hanging out and shit. So, and I think Will Howard's been getting mixed in with the group, hanging out, whatnot. He's not seeing the field, which sucks. But I guess when you're winning the division, I can't argue with you, Mike Tomlin.
There are two different types of right-wing nut jobs, but they're both right-wing nut jobs in their own way.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a lesser, like, I could be friends with that right-wing nut job. Mason, I don't know if we could be
No, couldn't be friends with Mason.
But like, A-Rod could come to dinner every now and then because I know he'd keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be, because I can't just have everybody be on the same, like, we need to have some conversation. If we just are like, hey, I believe in this, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then we just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need someone to make it interesting. But But
he's Rodgers is a conspiratorial right wing nut
I don't
job.
want
That's
my
like
family members getting hit with a helmet at dinner.
no.
Now we can't have that now. So yeah, those are our North picks. I had the Denver Broncos winning the West. I said it's our year. It's our year back in September. Now I'm gonna take the glasses off. Y'all niggas know I'm for real. I said it's our year back in September, and these niggas said, "That's crazy. That's crazy." I got laughed off the show. We almost stopped shooting. Broncos won the West. We know what happened. But Jonny had the Chiefs. Jonny, you had the Chiefs winning the West. What do you got to say about that pick?
I, along with the rest of the rational world, were wrong picking the Chiefs.
The rational world? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, the rational world. I don't want to spoil things as we go forward, but all I can say is that this was the most irrational, lunatic season that the NFL has had in a long time. Nothing here made sense, and only a crazy person would be able to predict this season accurately. Anyway, continue telling us how the season went. Only a crazy person could predict this season accurately.
Listen.
An absolute, somebody who howls at the moon at night and talks to fairies.
Whoa, you just hit a real deep, emotional childhood wound right there. The fairies, bro. You need to chill. No, I'm just kidding. Listen.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. There were fairies in your childhood.
I'm kidding. I'm just bucking. I'm fucking with you.
I'm just making sure. Making sure you're talking to fairies. I'm
just checking out my friend.
Okay.
Listen, the AFC South. We knew it was wide open. Now, I did flip on my pick in like week 6 and said, the Colts are going to win it. But listen, we're not talking about week 6. We're talking about preseason. And in preseason, I said Jacksonville Jaguars. Jonny said the Texans. He didn't believe.
Well, I did have the Jags still making the playoffs. I did still have the Jags making the playoffs. I had both of them.
Yep.
And but yes, I just had the seeding incorrect.
God damn. This man. Am I 3 for 3 right now? Oh, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to the East, the AFC East. And Jonny had the Bills. Reasonable pick, that's fair. Sane person,
rational
person would think that you might pick them,
Mm-hmm.
But I picked the New England Patriots. And at this point, now this is my 4th pick, and they said, hold on, where is it? That's lunatic shit.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely me.
Lunatic shit. John said that to me.
That sounds exactly like a sentence I would say.
That's lunatic shit. And I said...
I love the word lunatic.
I said they call it lunatic shit in week 1. But let's see in week 10. He said, okay, brother.
Mm-hmm.
What was the record of week 10, Jonny?
The record of who? The Patriots? 8-2.
I said it, Mike Vrabel. I'm telling you. And I was talking to a Bills fan today about this on the phone.
One of the voters.
Mike, yeah, one of the voters. Yeah, I had to. It's been a busy week, y'all. I had to call 300 people. But listen, I didn't try to do a Heisman vote. I had to fill them all in on what the Heisman vote was and how it actually worked. But
he was cold calling voters too. By the way, we don't know any of these people.
Right.
These are all cold calls.
I was getting business one of 2 ways: either on the phone for work, or how you were getting a vote. But yeah, so. Mike Vrabel, I just thought it was a difference. I mean, Tennessee is really kicking themselves right now, but we won't kick a horse while
I think it's not only Mike Vrabel. I just gotta add in.
I mean, Drake May, of course.
It's Drake May, but there's one other thing. is Josh McDaniels, it's so funny that Josh McDaniels is truly one of the worst head coaches that has ever coached in the NFL. One of, if like, he's on the short list of worst head coaches ever.
Yep.
Like, went to 2 franchises and imploded both of them, and then also quit before he even showed up for work on another franchise.
Yep.
Like, he went to the Broncos and traded away their star quarterback and then tanked the franchise and then left. And then went and won 2 more Super Bowls and then went to the Colts, abandoned them before he even started the job, and then went to the Raiders and was like, I'm a changed man, and then went right back to the same bullshit he was always doing. But every time he goes back to offensive coordinating, you're like, holy shit, the man's a genius. How do you do this?
Bro.
He's just one of the best OCs ever and just one of the worst head coaches.
He's the definition of, like, I'm so good at my job, anything outside of what my main role is, whatever happens doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's like that dude who switches. Every time he switches, he gets a promotion. He fucks it up terrible. But he's so good at that job, you're always going to hire him back. You're always going to hire him back.
Yeah.
You're like, man, you really fucked us, but you're good at this. You're good at this.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Coaching staff, you have, obviously, maybe it's Maybelline. He went crazy. Did you see the meme? Mm-hmm. Did you see the meme? It was Drake May and I think it was Drake Maybe Not.
Drake May and Drake Maybe Not. No,
there was it was like, I think it was like Drake. Yeah, like Drake Maybe Not. It was like a dude who looks like him but isn't him. It was like a meme.
Yeah, that's funny.
But anyway, the seeds, I had the seeds a little bit mixed up. I had the Steelers 1, Broncos 2. I should have had the Broncos 1.
We don't have to talk about the seeds, man. Take a victory lap. You got all 4 division winners in the AFC.
Yeah, but the NFC wasn't so friendly, so I got to make sure I let it sink in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We won't get into that, but what we will get into is that the fact that we both had the Chiefs in there. Chiefs didn't make it at all.
We both faded the Chargers.
You had the Bengals in there, and you went into great lengths to say that they will have double-digit wins comfortably.
Well, there's an asterisk there because Burrow was out for 3 months.
What do you mean? Joe Flacco played just as good. The only quarterback that played bad for that team was a quarterback not named Joe, and he was so bad I don't remember his name.
Jake Browning.
He was in he was in the running for the fucking Sunday Scary of the Year.
Yeah, but there's obviously a big difference with Joe Burrow and Joe Flacco. Not having Joe Burrow for the whole season. You saw what the team looked like without him. Or you saw the team looked like with Burrow back. They went crazy.
Losing record?
No, I'm saying with Burrow back.
They had a losing record.
With Burrow?
They were 2-2 at best.
I'm telling you, they were pouring it on. There was the 1 week where he had terrible.
They beat the Ravens.
He had depression.
Beat the Ravens.
He had 1 week with depression that you can write off,
bro.
But
they beat the Ravens. They lost to the Bills on a crazy. Or you could argue it was Joe's fault, even though he was the only reason they were in the game. But then they lost the next game to a team they should have had no business losing to. It might have been the Dolphins. It was the Dolphins.
No, they destroyed the Dolphins.
Okay, that was the game they won. So that was the second win.
The Dolphins.
They lost the game before
they beat the Ravens.
Dolphins.
They lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Browns last game of the season, but that doesn't really count.
They played the Ravens twice in that span. Yeah, so beat Ravens, lost Ravens,
one of
lost
them,
Bills.
The one
he had a
2-3
record. He was 2-3.
The one that they lost to the Ravens, that was when he was depressed.
He was 2-3. Joe
Remember,
Flacco
he gave the press conference and he was like, "I really might kill myself on the field tomorrow."
Well, I mean, he didn't say just that, but I know we were being a little bit. That. He made Sunday scary, so we were trying to take it easy on him that week. I know that, but
yeah.
But no, but my thing is this, Johnny. Listen, like he was 2-3. Joe Flacco was like 1-4. Is there a big difference?
1 win. Come on. Obviously, we all trust Joe Burrow more than Joe Flacco. The fact that... But look, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have done it. But I get an asterisk for 3 months of not having your star quarterback. But also, it's on me for believing that Joe Burrow could stay healthy.
Exactly. You should have known that nigga wasn't going to play the whole season. Mm-hmm. But that being said, though, it is what it is. I mean, the Bengals... Their defense is ass, bro. Joe Burrow, if he played the whole season, they were not getting double digits. I'm telling you, bro.
Their defense was ass.
Stop
Their
looking at the
O-line was
schedule.
ass.
You got to just look at
It wasn't about looking at the schedule. It was that a team that puts up the level of offense that they put up last year is supposed to be like defense proof. So it was like, if their defense isn't just the worst in the league, which it wasn't.
You lose 52-49.
What I'm telling you is that this year, their defense wasn't the worst in the league like it was last year.
That was the Jets.
But it was still really bad.
I don't know if the Jets were the worst defense in the league. I just think that stat makes them the worst.
Yeah. The Jets are de facto the worst defense in the league.
Like, they might have been a decent defense, just that stat's terrible. But either way, Johnny, you're right. I'll tell you this, though. None of us had the Chargers. We didn't believe in Herbert. And I tell you what, I still don't believe in Herbert. I think he's one and done. But if he does win, though, it helps my team out a lot, because I looked at who we had to play next round, and there's only one team that I would even pick to play. It would be yours. Because the Chargers know us. Like, even though they're not that great, like, they play us twice a year, they know us. And then aside from that, we're gonna play the Bills, we're gonna play the Texans, we're gonna play the
Texans.
Yeah, I hope you guys beat them up. But yeah, the Texans, or we're gonna play. Man, who was that other team? I be forgetting the seeds and shit. Oh.
I mean,
that's it. No, that was it. That was it. I'm thinking actually.
If you go longer into it, it could be the Jags in the AFC Championship.
With those teams, I'm thinking. I want to see the Steelers, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers second, but I'm like, man, we could be one and done if it's the Bills or if it's the Texans. So that's tough. So I need you guys to knock them out for us. We'll be guaranteed to play. I guess we wouldn't be. We wouldn't be guaranteed to play you, but it'd work out if every other team just won how they were supposed to. But anyway, NFC. NFC was a little bit less friendly to me, Johnny. It wasn't much friendlier to you either, if I'm being real with you.
No.
Did you go? Oh, hold on. Did you go 0-8?
I think I might have gone 0 in the NFC.
Hold on.
I'm trying to think if there's any of them, because I definitely picked the Lions. You didn't
hold on. You didn't get a single AFC winner. Bucks.
I might have gone 0
You got the Eagles. Okay, you got one.
Oh, the Eagles. I got the Eagles.
Easy one. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't because I didn't pick them, but I guess
I was close with the Niners. The Niners were one game away.
I thought I had. I'm not gonna lie. I was rooting for the Niners the last 3 weeks because I thought I picked the Niners. And when they got it back to me, I picked the Rams, bro. So
I had the Rams missing the playoffs because I thought that Stafford was injured. They fucking lied to the whole league.
You said it was pending on Stafford's. You were like pending asterisks on Stafford's back because you were like, oh, he might be dead. He might be dead.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him. We didn't know him. They were like, I think he's dead. I think he'll never walk again. Oh God, rumors from Rams training camp. Stafford's in a wheelchair.
You were deep in the Rams Twitter section. But anyway, NFC North. I had the Bears. Johnny, you had the Lions. I apologized to a couple teams this year. That I take back my apology because you proved me right by the time this shit ended. And the Lions is one of them. I apologized to them like 10 weeks ago. I said, I'm sorry.
Look,
I was wrong. They're okay without Ben Johnson. They're okay without Aaron Glenn. No, I was right the first time.
Yeah, Bill Simmons was right. He made the assertion before the season that you have to pick one. You can't have both. Either Ben Johnson is going to fundamentally change the Bears completely and turn them into a contender, or the Lions are going to be fine without him. But you can't pick both. You have to pick one. And so I went with the Lions are going to be fine without him. You went the right one. You went with the right one.
Yeah, I know. I was a big believer. I mean, I didn't think Aaron Glenn was going to look this bad, though. I'll tell you that. Aaron Glenn looked worse than the Lions defense did without him. But Ben Johnson, though, I'm telling you, give it a couple years, he's going to be one of the top 3 coaches in the league. Like, I watched him give his interview. He walked into Chicago's like facilities, and it's so funny because like when they first get there, there's like not any of the players in the video, not any of the coaches that are with him. It's all like janitors and equipment people, and like, you know what I'm saying, like people that you wouldn't, like the average fan wouldn't consider like part of the team. But that when you're building a culture, you got to consider like everybody in this building is a part of this team, right? And he went up there and gave a speech to them, and he gave a shot at the Packers, which was bold. I mean, it was bold. And the first game they played had him looking a little bit silly, but and honestly, not really, because it came down to the last play. But that second game, I mean, Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, they're going to be 2 of the best coaches in the league in a couple years. I'm telling you.
Good, better, best? Good, better, best?
What does that mean?
Good, better, best? Never let it rest till your good becomes better and your better becomes best? Go Bears?
Is that a pregame speech?
That's his thing. That's his mantra.
Oh,
he does it with his team.
Before we get to
you know when he takes his shirt off in the locker room, he took his shirt off, goes, good, better, best? Never let it rest?
Oh, Ben Johnson did that?
Yeah. Till your good becomes better and your better becomes best.
I didn't hear the shit he was saying, but I saw him take his shirt off. Yeah, that was funny as fuck. No, but that's what you got to do, though. You got to really, like, especially, I mean, he's a younger coach. But as a lesson to all the older coaches, you got to find ways to relate to these younger players. Because if you're not, it's more than just their boss, and you're telling them, hey, run this on this play. Like, you almost got to be like that father figure they never had, even for the ones that had a father. You know what I'm saying? So
the father figure they never had.
Even
it's crazy.
Like, but like not that father that's like always yelling at you all the time, always nagging on you. Like he gets on you, he yells every now and then when it's needed. But like, he's that dad that's dancing with you in the living room to some, I don't know. Throw it out, some Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know what I'm saying? Like, just dancing with you in the living room. So, and Ben Johnson, he would be dancing with his team in the living room. Like, that's the coach he is. So, it's all about that. But the East, Johnny, the East, your lone pick, that was correct. We had the Eagles you picked.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked the Commanders.
The commies.
No,
how foolish you feel for picking the commies. I'll say
this, though. Jaden Daniels was hurt a lot of the year.
Is he really that much better than Marcus Mariota? I feel like Marcus Mariota is actually just as good as him, really.
God, you're bugging right now.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much the same, actually.
No, bro, listen. No, they're not even close. I mean, against the Broncos, he looked very similar.
I'm goofing, man. I'm goofing on you, man.
No, I mean, if like the stats from the Broncos game were the stats every game of the season, I would say they're very comparable quarterbacks. But no, they're not. They're not. It just was tough. It was tough. Von Miller, I thought, was going to have a big impact on the season. I thought Von Miller was going to be that next step, you know what I'm saying, that to the next level, the championship game, to the Super Bowl, kind of how he did for us. I didn't hear much from him this whole season. Honestly,
he was too busy. I mean, he was taking most of his energy was going into punching pregnant ladies.
What?
I think.
No way. You're
sorry. Allegedly.
Come on now. Don't do my man like that.
Allegedly punching pregnant ladies.
But so that was tough because that ruined a lot of my picks after this too. But the South, NFC South, you had the Tampa Bay Bucks. Mm-hmm. I also had the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now I will say this. Mm-hmm. In week 11, I did say the Panthers were going to win it. So I know earlier I said week 10 didn't matter, but I need to ask you guys to let Week 11 matter in this case, so I can go 7 for 8 instead of 6 for 8. But so I didn't know who to root for in that last week, Johnny, because I was like, man, the Bucs make my preseason pick correct, but the Panthers make my Week 11 pick correct.
You always got to go with preseason. Preseason is more impressive.
It supersedes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think picking the Panthers in Week 11 might be more impressive than picking the Bucs in preseason.
No.
No, because at that point, the Panthers were still like 2 games back of the Bucs, bro.
And the Bucs were sucks at that point.
They were still like
they were
still
death
like
spiraling.
Games, bro, are you
They were death spiraling.
We'll get into it, but are you surprised Todd Bowles didn't get fired? I am, because you know me. I've been saying that Todd Bowles this whole season. I've been saying Todd Bowles is. I'm telling you, he's the war general.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a coach. I'm telling you, he kept his job, and it's crazy. I texted you the other day, or on the topic. The first offensive coordinator in 3 years to go to the Bucs and not get a head coaching job.
You're saying that Todd Bowles looks better in a hard hat than he does in a general's uniform?
No, general's uniform.
General's uniform means head coach.
Oh, my bad. Hard hat. Yeah.
Hard hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good... Like, if they swapped him the D coordinator, great. But head coach, I don't know. Now, they had a lot of injuries, but it's funny to me how they were winning with the injuries. Their losses came when everybody came back. Like, Mike Evans went off, but they lost, like, 3 games after that. So...
Yeah. It's very sad. Very sad.
That's tough. And then, in the West, as we talked about, I had the Rams. Jonny had the 49ers. Neither of which won the division because neither of us, nobody, had the Seattle or the Panthers in the Super Bowl. I mean, in the playoffs there. So, got to give some respect to the Panthers. Seattle, though, we weren't. I remember week 1 we talked about it a little bit. I think they were like 1-2 or 1-1 2 weeks in, and we had there was a Monday night game, and we were it was kind of in the background. We were shooting. And we didn't know if Sam Darnold was going to be that guy over in Seattle. But, Jonny, he proved us wrong.
Well, he was that guy for a while, and then really it was the defense, though.
At the end?
That defense, I mean,
that Rams game.
For the whole season, that defense is just disgusting. The Rams game,
but you got to get.
We also can't forget the first Rams game where Sam Darnold turned the ball over 4 times and lost.
Bro, it was in that game. I literally thought the Seahawks were going to spiral. I said, "Oh, Sam Darnold's back to where he is. He's back to where seeing ghosts again." But he didn't. He came back. He didn't play Pro Bowl. He might make a Pro Bowl as an alternate, but he didn't play Pro Bowl level. But he played good enough to win. And you got to give him some credit because JSN went crazy this year.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. I mean, just ask Justin Jefferson. You can't do that with 9.
Can't do that with 9.
Can't do that with 9. So, yeah, neither of us are correct on the West for the NFC there. And it's funny because you also said, I don't want to see the NFC. I don't want to see 8 and 9 winning the NFC South. Jonny, why don't you tell people what record won the NFC South?
8 and 9.
8 and fucking 9. We knew. You also had the Lions at 13 wins, brother. Don't see them regressing.
I had the Bucs at 14.
You said don't see them regressing.
I had the Bucs at 14 wins. I thought the Bucs were just going to shred their division and just kind of cakewalk to 14.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Be the 1 seed.
Well, because we'll get into it when we get to a later pick we did, but there was a team in that division that was a little bit more feisty than we thought they were going to be. They looked a lot better, way ahead of schedule compared to where we thought they were going to be. But Jonny, I mentioned C-Mac earlier. You said the 49ers are going to win the division, and you said, nothing concerns me except C-Mac getting injured. I thought it was funny that this year, everybody but C-Mac got injured.
He's right about that.
Everybody but C-Mac.
And they played him like they were trying to injure him.
They did.
They were like Christian McCaffrey, 45 touches a game every game. Let's go. Get him out there.
He was a fantasy stalwart, bro. Anyone who picked him, because nobody was taking that shot top 5, and if you did take that shot top 5 fantasy-wise, shouts out to you. But anyone who got him pick like 7 or later, fucking steal. Fucking steal. Because you got him and you doubled up with Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or someone like that right after. Bruh. Nah, it was crazy. It didn't give me a win, unfortunately. I had a rough week. I said in the beginning of the season, Johnny, I said I'm living and dying with Josh Allen. And I died with Josh Allen when he gave me 6 points when I needed him the most. He gave me 40, he gave me 30 every other week, but he gave me 6 when I needed him the most. So,
hey man, it's all good. I had Lamar Jackson. He just disappeared.
You said the same thing. I'm living and riding with Lamar Jackson, and you know what? After this experiment, Johnny, next year, do you think that we should not pick quarterbacks high and just see what falls to us?
No, I think we still made the play. Last year, I didn't do that. Last year, I didn't prioritize quarterback.
Me neither.
And I didn't prioritize tight end. And I had the worst season of fantasy in our league that I've ever had.
So you're saying it's just how it played out, but we had the
I got to
right
be honest
idea.
with you. The conventional fantasy wisdom of not prioritizing those two positions, I think is psychotic. I think it's like you prioritize QB because the best QB in the league is worth, like having a top 5 QB in the league is worth so much to your fantasy team.
Especially rushing touchdowns. Your rushing touchdowns are unlimited, bro. If they get rushing touchdowns, they're going to be top 5.
Like, yeah, you still finished first in the records. You know what I mean? Like, you just had a bad playoffs, but you were still the 1 seed.
Well, and tight end is so bare. So for tight end, if you don't get a top tight end, you just got a waiver wire the whole year.
Yeah, and you don't want to be in that position. So,
at least
but I told you my thought with tight ends, though. I told you my new thought with tight ends, which is just get the best rookie tight end. He's gonna be good.
I don't even know
get the best rookie tight end. He will be good. We'll find out. They'll tell us like there's some guy out of Iowa, absolute stud. He's gonna change the league. And promise you, just take it.
He's gonna be from Iowa.
He'll change the league for 1 year.
He's gonna come out from Iowa. He's gonna come from Miami. Georgia. Or Georgia, one of them schools. Like he'd be like, this tight end is,
he's gonna turn the league upside down, and he will for 1 year, and then he'll.
I'll Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, bro. It's like what happened?
Only one. Tyler Warren this year. Previous year Brock Bowers. Previous year Sam Laporta. Previous year, who was the one
Trey
before?
McBride is the one that's kind of withstanding that.
He's the only one that's stayed.
But he's different though, because like when that draft started, he wasn't even viewed as a top rookie. Like I signed him week 6 of the season, his rookie year, off the waiver wire.
Kyle Pitts was great his first year.
Yo, he's about to be the highest paid tight end in the league.
That'd be so funny.
If they re-sign him, which they're probably going to do, he'll be the highest paid tight end. And all he really had was that one game. This year.
No, he was solid. He was like
compared to the team,
the
whole team was kind of
tight end.
And we'll get into that later, but they made some big moves too. Made some big moves too. But listen, Johnny, we had AFC champs. Now, as we kind of talked about a little bit, you had the Chiefs as your AFC championship game. You said this, and I quote, "There has to come a day when the Chiefs are dethroned. But not this year." And then you said it's crazy that they're saying Rashee Rice being gone is going to affect them because he was gone last year. They're fine. Well, they did start 1-4. And they missed the playoffs, Johnny. That's tough. I don't know if Rashee Rice had everything to do with it.
I don't think it was Rashee Rice.
They had Worthy get hurt too, and that was kind of
Worthy got hurt. Kelsey regressed. They didn't have a running back. Half of their O-line got injured. Like, it was just
You're an honest man.
a season from hell.
I'm glad you didn't say Mahomes got hurt because in 5 years, the average fan is going to go, oh, Mahomes got hurt that year. And they're not even going to think about the fact that he got hurt with 2 weeks left.
Yeah, well, and that they were already eliminated from the playoffs when he got hurt.
100%. 100%. So, but there's going to be fans that say, oh, isn't it the year Mahomes got hurt? I'm like, yeah, nigga, that didn't even affect the season.
No, just everything else. And then it shows you what we learned this year is how important Mahomes actually is to that team. Because the moment Mahomes is gone, it became the worst team in the league.
You didn't like that?
The Chiefs were
19. You didn't like
the
him?
Chiefs. No,
he was faster.
They're literally the worst team in the league.
He's fat. No, they're not the worst team.
What did they? Okay.
They didn't win a game.
Who? No,
the Broncos. They lost the Broncos.
Yeah, they did lose to the Broncos. Who are the other two teams they lost to?
The Raiders.
The worst team in the league.
And Titans.
The Titans, yes. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are the worst team in the league without Patrick Mahomes. That's how much he holds them up on his shoulders.
Listen. No, you're right. You're right. I'm not. You're not lying.
That's what we learned this year.
But they are not going to be the AFC champ. Now, I had the Broncos. We don't know yet. Mm-hmm. We don't know yet. Mm-hmm. Last time they won the division, this man was quarterbacking. Peyton Manning. Mm-hmm. Peyton Manning.
Brock Osweiler.
Think about that, guys. Listen to this. Bo Nix had enough time to go to Auburn, then go to Oregon and back up Justin Herbert and get a division title before Herbert did. Just let that sink in, Chargers fans. Because y'all be giving a lot of shit in the chat. Now, I'm going off now. You're getting a lot of shit in the chat from Chargers fans. I'm tired of these bolt-up Chargers fans. The Broncos don't look great. They're frauds. Frauds? Justin Herbert is the definition of a fraud. The only thing he's ever done in his life that's been an accomplishment is date Madison Beer. That's the only thing in his entire life he's ever done. It's been an accomplishment.
Justin Herbert's nickname is If.
If. Thank you. We've been saying that too, and Broncos fans have been saying that. Like, he's literally if. Because somebody said here, somebody goes, yo, bro, there was a meme, and it was not a meme, it was a post, and it goes, this commentator, he goes, if Justin Herbert didn't do this, or didn't throw this pick, and this didn't happen, and this didn't happen, they would be this and this. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? If. I'm like, bro, yeah, if they didn't get more points than us, we would have won the game. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Justin Herbert's nickname is If. At a certain point, you just got to overcome.
Like, bro,
CJ Stroud has had a more successful career in half of the time than Justin Herbert with less talent around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it is just like, bro, Chargers fans give me. It is funny because Chargers fans have been quiet for a minute because, like, usually you hear Chiefs fans and the Raiders fans are always talking. But Chargers fans
just gotta gas.
They're getting real.
They gotta gas themselves because they're freaking out because they think they have Phillip Rivers too.
They literally think they can win this year, bro. They literally
got Phillip Rivers part 2 right now.
They are the last seed in the playoffs, and Pittsburgh has a better chance to win than them with a worse record. I'm telling you right now. Because if Pittsburgh beats it, no, never mind. I'm lying. Because no. Because if the Chargers win, they gotta play the Broncos no matter what, and the Pittsburgh would play the other side. So they would have a better chance. So, yeah, it's just crazy, man. We'll see. Because the Broncos, have they played up the standards on offense to what I want to see? No. Have I been waiting every week for, like, that offensive breakout? Yes. Is the playoffs the best time to have your best offensive games of the year? No. I mean, it is, but it's not the best time to try to get your first one. That's a complete game beginning to end. Because we do a lot of great third and fourth quarter. Or we do a lot of great first and second quarter. But we haven't strung 1, 2, 3, and 4 together that much. And when we do, it's in games like week 18, where I got to hear about now for 2 weeks about how we played backups. I had this shit last year I had to deal with. Oh, they beat the KC backups. I'm like, backups can win games too. You know, they're not trying to win. Like, and now they did this whole shit. And now I got to hear about Sean Payton can't call plays. And he's been a little iffy, but at the same time, do you think he's about to call everything he's got for a team he might see again in a week, 2 weeks, that plays them twice a year. Like, at this point, they just had to get the win, get healthy, get in the playoffs. Like, they didn't care what it looked like. So that's all I got to say about that. Chargers fans, get off my dick. But NFC, though, I had the Commanders. As we know. That was tough and rough. Not even close. Didn't make the playoffs. Johnny, you had the Lions. So both
also didn't playoffs.
Both of our NFC picks didn't make the playoffs. So that's tough. But I had the Broncos, luckily, winning the Super Bowl.
So you're still alive.
My preseason Super Bowl pick is still alive, and they're the favorite right now. And you had the Chiefs, Johnny, so we're not even going to talk more about that. We'll move it along. But now, MVP. Johnny, you had Patrick Mahomes, which he was the favorite up until like week 7 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, I just, if I have to keep my picks consistent. If I'm picking the Chiefs to win the AFC, then I said I picked them because I was expecting a Mahomes resurgence. So
right. No, I hear you.
How to keep it consistent.
But I'm just.
And I also the guy who's probably going to win MVP, I thought was in hospice care when the season started. So.
Oh, is that your pick now?
He's probably who's going to win
over Drake.
Yeah, he's the odds-on favorite.
I just think it gets into the question of valuable versus best.
I think the tiebreaker is just historic. That they're just going to be like, you know what? Like, they both had great seasons, but this is probably Stafford's last chance to win it, and he had a good enough year to and
Drake has
played well enough to win it. So let's just give it to him for historic purposes.
Oh, that's fair. And then
I think that's what the tiebreaker is going to be.
I had Jaden Daniels as my MVP. And as we all know, he did not play a lot of the season. So, no MVP. Johnny, you had Nico Collins as your offensive player of the year. Now, he had a good season. He had a good season.
He was good, but not OPOY.
Not OPOY. I had Devontae Adams. Man, I'll tell you what. If he had played the last 3 games of the season, I don't know. Maybe. He was going crazy in the red zone, bro. He was leading that. Like, that team looked noticeably different without Devontae.
I feel like it should be Bijan. I don't know who the odds-on favorite is, but I feel like it should be Bijan. Bijan was crazy this year.
We'll
I think it'll probably end up being JSN, but
we'll get into that. But I'll tell you what,
Bijan was insane this year.
I was on the right team when we're talking about who's in contention. Then defensive player of the year, I had Micah Parsons. You had Aiden Hutchinson. We'll see. Oh, I'm missing. Hold on, run it back. Yeah, to your point, Johnny. Matt Stafford, favorite. Drake Maye, second. That's all they give me here. So I guess it's between them two. Really, everybody else is pretty much far out of the play. So
I think third is Haley's husband, but it doesn't matter.
Not even So Matt Stafford, Drake Maye. For the offensive player of the year, to your point, Johnny, JSN, first at minus 7,000. Rams, Puka Nacua at plus 19.
Where are you getting? Oh, that's crazy. Where are you getting minus 7,000? I'm seeing that for minus 1,600 right now.
It's a crazy number. I don't even know what this is, bro, but it's got the favorites, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then damn, I said that name right. Well, he played for House did, of course I did. Puka Nacua is second. And then defensive player of the year. Damn, this shit's not. Oh, here it is.
I mean, I think we all know who's going to win defensive player of the year.
I had Micah.
Can't.
You had Aiden.
Yeah.
It's
very
Myles
obviously
Garrett.
Going to be Myles Garrett.
The dude who said to get me out of here and then said I'm back for more money.
You know what's so funny? So when he won it, I was all ready to be like, yeah, whatever. But TJ did it in 15 games.
Now the snap count.
Myles Garrett.
Snap count?
Why you cut me off when I got to I was about to say that, but you cut me off. You beat me to it. I was gonna say I was ready to come on here and be like, TJ did it in 15 games. Myles Garrett needed 17, and then I saw the stats that said Myles Garrett had like 200 less snaps played to get to it, and then also Myles Garrett, because of how bad their offense was, he was never like not only snap count but dropbacks opportunities, like passing downs that he played against was way lower than anyone else. Like of the snaps he was on, only like 30% of them were passes. It's something obscene like that. So
yeah, it's crazy. And Michael Strahan really was like, Michael Strahan goes, I got it in 16. He's got it in 17. I'm like, bro, you played like 150 more fucking snaps.
Yeah. Well, once again, you could flip that around and be like, yeah, Strahan, but TJ did it in 15. Because I feel like no one ever talked about that with TJ, that he missed 2 games the year that he set the record. So I was like,
tied the record.
Or yeah, tied the record, but yeah.
Come on now. Nah. So yeah, we were off. Micah got hurt though. I mean, I don't think Micah was gonna get it anyway, but he did get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Get better, Micah. Coach of the year.
I had Todd Bowles. I know.
You had Todd Bowles.
You keep on laughing because you're like, you keep on like re-seeing that like there was just consistency through my picks. So you just keep on like seeing it. I'm like, yeah, I thought the Lions were going to be really good, so I had Aiden Hutchinson. I thought the Chiefs were going to be really good, so I had Patrick Mahomes. I thought the Bucs were going to be really good, so I had Todd Bowles.
I didn't laugh about Hutch because I thought Hutch had a chance. But you did say Asher's Dan Campbell. I don't know if that's any better. I said Dan Quinn, so not much better either. But
worse, actually.
No.
How many wins did Dan Quinn get this year?
Dan Quinn's got an excuse. What's Todd Bowles got?
He's got tied for the division lead.
And
tied with the division winner.
Did not win the division. Did not win the division.
Yeah, but he did tie it. He did tie the division, and he won the game that he needed to win.
What about Dan Campbell? What about Dan Campbell?
Dan Campbell's got no excuse. Dan Campbell's got to go bite some kneecaps this offseason.
He got to bite some kneecaps. He needs that kneecap sandwich, bro. Now, I fucked up. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real. I made a mistake. Now, I'm sorry. If I pick you next year, please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. I had Travis Hunter as the offensive rookie and the defensive rookie of the year. Homie ain't play a snap since like week 6. Man, it would have been the craziest, the most dynamic. Think about the Jags right now, bro. Imagine if Travis Hunter was going crazy. Man. And you had Ashton Genty, Johnny.
Yeah. This is just a real bad year for offensive rookies. When you're like the odds-on favorite is Tedero McMillan. Yeah. And you're like, he was fine. He was solid.
McMillan and Jackson Dart's number 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing Jackson Dart or Travion Henderson, depending on the sports book. Some of them have Henderson as a higher.
Hey, I'm not complaining about that. OSU, baby.
Just crazy.
But yeah, insane. And then for head coach, we got Mike Vrabel, odds-on favorite, Mike McDonald, Liam Cohen. I should have went Mike Vrabel off my AFC East pick if I'm being real, but I didn't. I went Dan Quinn because I thought they were going to go crazy, but I thought Jaden Daniels, he's still him, but he just didn't play like him this year, and he really didn't play much of the year to begin with, so that gets tough. But yeah. And then you had Will Johnson on defense, by the way.
Yeah, he just took him a long time to get healthy. He couldn't really stay on the field much.
Yeah, and defense is this actually, I'm not surprised by this. We have Carson Schlesinger, number 1. James Pierce, the Falcons. You were high on him. You were high on him.
Really good. Yeah, he was good.
I mean, when they picked those two defensive players, you were like, those are good picks.
They were good picks, but it was just really risky to be like, we're giving up our first rounder next year to do it. But they both panned out, so they were both.
They were picks at the time. They seemed like reaches, but like they panned out, like a Jahmyr Gibbs type of pick, but not like they didn't go crazy like Gibbs did, but like they were good.
I mean, when they were on too, bro. Like, I mean, you're talking like James Pierce and the other guy whose names escape me. They were like the engine behind beating the Bills. That 1 week was just that they just got to Haley's husband every single play.
Right.
It was crazy. But.
No, they did. And then we didn't even pick this, but comeback player of the year was McCaffrey is number 1, Trevor Lawrence number 2 right now.
Yeah, I think I had on my paper I was between McCaffrey or Aiden Hutchinson, I think, for comeback player of the year for my preseason pick. But yeah, I don't think we ended up picking it.
Is Trevor Lawrence even what's he coming back from?
Being bad. No, he was injured last year. Never mind. He was injured last year.
Yeah, for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, but that's enough. I was going to say from being bad, but yeah, he did get injured last year.
I mean, he wasn't great.
There were some Mac Jones games last year.
But I had a sneaky first-time Pro Bowl pick. We'll breeze through these ones. But I had Bryce Young as my sneaky first-time pick for the Pro Bowl. We'll see. We'll see. He might be an alternate. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at the voting, to be honest with you. But
bro, Oregon is choking so hard. They have turned the ball over so many times. It is disgusting.
I was so mad when you said that. I turned on my TV to look, and it's not even on.
Yeah.
You had Michael. Yep.
They just turned it over on a punt block. Like they are just.
Is the game already over?
Way over. I mean, it's not over. Like the time's off the clock, but it's 42-15 with 13 minutes in the fourth.
Carson back now. You see what they did to me? This is what the NIL has done to me. I gotta root for fucking Carson back. This fucking Ice Age slid the soft looking motherfucker. I gotta root for him now. This is where we're at. Go you. Fuck,
Hoosiers.
Fuck, man. I had Bryce Young. I don't know. We'll see. But you had Michael Penix Jr. Not going to make it. You had Joe Alt. Now, this is fucked up. He did make it. John, he played 6 games. What the fuck is this shit? How do you make a Pro Bowl? Listen, you made the Pro Bowl. You played 6 games. And you were on one of the worst offensive lines in the entire league.
Because Pro Bowl is a fraudulent award. It's not a real award. It's a fake award that Mac Jones has won before, that Snoop Huntley has gone on a Pro Bowl. Drake May last year, who played like 6 games. Like, what are we talking about here?
Crazy.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl is a fake. It's a fake honor. It doesn't matter. Russell Wilson, I think, was a Pro Bowler last year. Like, it's all bullshit.
Was he really?
I think so.
I think so. And then you also had an asterisk. You had an or Jacoby Myers. He got traded midseason, so that probably affected things. But he had a good season, but I don't think he's going to make a Pro Bowl.
No.
The Russell Wilson Award. I had Jahmyr Gibbs.
Big regression, right?
Yeah. I had Jahmyr Gibbs.
Ooh, was mine good? Did I take Kamara in this?
You had Alvin Kamara and Herbert.
Oh, Kamara's a good pick. Wow, Kamara sucked this year.
Yeah.
Look at me. Holy shit.
So you had Alvin Kamara. Herbert, as a pod, we don't believe in him, but he played fine.
Yeah.
He played
well.
Jahmyr Gibbs
played Herbert level.
While the Lions didn't make the playoffs, Jahmyr Gibbs did not play bad. Early in the season, he looked like he might not play that great, but he got it together. Especially because Montgomery just got forgotten about. Like, they just stopped giving him the ball.
Yeah, they were like, donezo.
They literally just stopped giving it. The two back. It must have been a Ben Johnson thing, because the 2-back scheme completely gone after week 6. It was done. And then I had CeeDee Lamb. And I don't have the stats handy, but I know for a fact he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad. George Pickens.
No, he was. Yeah, I think CD was top 10 in receiving yards this
Pickens
year,
played
even with an injury.
Pickens was better, but Lamb played good.
Mm-hmm.
And then players people need to keep an eye on. I had RJ Harbaugh.
I definitely had Keon Coleman. I already know I did.
You did.
Hey, look, man, you had to keep an eye on him. He is gonna go down in NFL history. He will.
The tallest receiver to never fucking start. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, buddy, you're supposed to be our number one, and
But
you're playing like a
bum.
I bet you better start doing your job.
That's a viral moment, bro.
It'll go down in history.
Shout out Cam Newton. But listen. Yeah, that was. You had Keon Coleman.
Supposed to be our number one,
but you're playing,
like a bum.
But we had that. I had Josh Downs. He was played pretty good with Daniel Jones, but then obviously after that, the whole team kind of. I mean, with Daniel Jones, once Daniel Jones got hurt, it was the nail in the coffin.
That's all good, but we give that courtesy to young players.
Talk about cookies.
Buddy, you're supposed to be our number one.
And I had I had Travis Hunter with an asterisk on honorable mention Evan Ingram. So that basically means that all my players that you should have watched out of the ones I said were RJ Harvey, who once J.K. Dobbins got hurt really did some shit. And he even before Dobbins got hurt, he had the most receiving touchdowns by a rookie. That point in the year.
Yeah, he was solid.
And then Josh Downs was all right. He was solid. But you had, after your big blunder of Keon Coleman, you had Trevor Lawrence, Prince.
I did have Trevor Lawrence. That's Trevor good. Lawrence.
You said he's going to have a nice resurgence. You said he's going to start looking like we expected him to look like.
Man, I'm a genius. I'll tell you, man. I'm the best quarterback evaluator that's ever existed.
Now I'll tell you what. When the week 2 we saw him arguing with his coach, we didn't know. But it worked out. But Johnny, you are a great quarterback evaluator, but not such a great running back evaluator because you had Nick Chubb on this list. And Nick Chubb lost his job to Woody Marks. So, yeah. But, hey, Trevor Lawrence was a nice hit, though, because he had a really good year. So, we'll give you that. Now, we both had we had a unanimous first overall pick award. We didn't even have to think about it, didn't have to deliberate. It was the Saints. Boy, were we wrong. The Saints look feisty this year. Kellen Moore is on something. Like I said earlier, they're ahead of schedule. They got a rookie. That's if you got your good rookie quarterback and Shuck, you get a good rookie quarterback. That is the first important step to. I know he's old, but that's their first important step to rebuilding. The money works out though.
You got a big money problem and you need to rebuild. That's what you need is a solid rookie quarterback to hold it down while you move some pieces around.
Because that gives you about 3-4 years to build around them, pay a lot of money to other players that you might get 3-4 year deals with. And then when you got to re-sign him, they're gone. Hopefully you get some rings by then. Now, Kellen Moore, honestly, he won't even be in consideration because of his record, but I'd have to consider him for Coach of the Year with the amount of wins they got this year, just off of what we thought. 6 wins?
Funny. 6 wins, Coach of the Year. Give it to him.
Bro, we literally thought, we said word for word, verbatim, they could be the first 0-17 team ever.
They could have been. But hey, Coach of the Year is obviously Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going Mike Vrabel.
Seahawks.
Different Mike. Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel's not a bad pick either, but it's got to be McDonald. Nobody had people thought that knew Vrabel was a good coach and knew that he would improve the team, but McDonald literally has the best record in the league. like took that team from like pretty solid to the 1 seed best record in the league. I would just say coach of the best team. Hasn't won it before. Give it to Mike McDonald. Why not?
No, it makes sense, but I don't know.
Off his side of the ball too. That's the thing. Like Vrabel is a defensive coach. Their offense is better than their defense.
It's crazy to me. Sean Payton's not even in consideration right now. That's disrespectful.
Hey, it's like it's a fatigue thing. It's like he's won it.
Yeah, that's true. Now we're gonna get into some because we didn't do so hot in this college coach of the year picks, and if you've been picking alongside us, honestly, you probably won. You probably won this year. But strap in because next year we coming back. We coming with it. But it's time for playoff picks, Johnny. Before we get into playoff picks, though, I just have something I gotta get off my chest. I thought about this today. So you know how people will say something, John, and they'll lead off with, "It goes without saying."
Yeah.
Why?
I do that a lot.
I think about this. If it goes without saying, then why the fuck do you gotta say it?
It's flourish in the conversation. It's the same thing as going, lo and behold.
I'm not
unbeknownst to me.
I'm not trying to be racist, but
goes without saying. Oh yeah. I'm not a racist, but it's flourish in a conversation. That's all.
I'm like, bro, it goes without saying, and I'm just like, all right, like they're gonna say some shit that they think I'm supposed to fucking. They don't gotta tell me, but they're gonna tell me anyway.
Damn.
Like, bro, why?
They're putting up Joe Burrow's season, his championship season in college, up against Mendoza's, and they're saying Mendoza won the Heisman like Burrow, is undefeated going to the championship like Burrow. If he wins it, he'll have done the same thing as Burrow, but his offensive scoring margin will be like 10 points higher.
Yeah, but his throwing yards and pass touchdowns are a lot lower.
Yeah.
He'll be like Burrow, but when he gets pro, he'll be ass. That's all I'm going to say on that. But anyway. But, Johnny, we have our first round picks. So, we're going to start off in the AFC, alphabetical order. And we're going to go in chronological time order here. So, the first game of the wild card here, Johnny, for the AFC, we have the Jaguars and the Bills. It's going to be in Jacksonville. But who do you got? What are your thoughts on the game? Give it to the people, Johnny.
Look, man, what are we on this podcast? We are two things. We're Liam Cohen believers, and we are Haley's husband doubters. So I'll tell you, with all that being said, it goes without saying, actually, that I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. But let me throw in a couple other little things, okay? The Bills' rushing defense, terrible. The resurgence of Travis Etienne as well as Bashal Tutin, I think, have the ability to wear them down, not to mention Trevor Lawrence's rushing ability, which cannot be understated. Two, the Bills have not won a road playoff game in, check this for me, I believe 32 years. I think since Jim Kelly, they haven't won a road playoff game. So the Josh Allen, I did it there, has never won a road playoff game in his entire career. That's for certain. So all of that to say, I have no reason to believe that he's going to turn it on against a team that all season has been eating off of quarterback mistakes. And who is a quarterback that's very prone to mistakes? That would be Mr. Haley's husband.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
So I have just absolutely no reason to trust him, and I think that the Jags are going to send him packing early, Give me Jacksonville. Duval.
Hey, that a boy. Listen, you're right, Johnny. They have not won a road playoff game since January 17th, 1993. So it's been a while.
There you go. So, 33 years then. There you go.
But like you said, Johnny, if we're not anything else, we are a Liam Cohen fan club, Liam Cohen podcast, and we are a Bills hate pod. So give me the Jaguars. And I was going to do this earlier, Johnny, but they say if two podcast hosts are of one mind wave, that they'll know exactly what the other is thinking, Johnny. So I'm just going to say one phrase on the count of three, and you're going to say it with me. And we're going to see. We're going to see if we got that connection. All right?
I have no idea. All right, we're going to try.
So I got the Jags. Oh, let's get it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Duval. This motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, listen, come on now, man. This is the Duval year. We were first on the... We said it the day he got hired, bro. We knew. If anyone was first to the scene, outside of people in Tampa Bay, it was us. Duval, baby. Come on. Give me the Jags. But this game is going to be interesting. It's the Josh Allen versus Josh Allen game, right? I mean,
yeah.
These ones are always interesting. You got a team with a good defense, good front seven, but a shaky secondary, versus a team with a rushing quarterback. He can throw the ball, but they got a power rushing attack. But then you got the Prince on the other side. That's tough.
Like Josh Allen, as in the Jags Josh Allen, had to change his name to Josh Hines Allen. I think if he wins, that Bills Josh Allen has to become Josh Steinfeld Allen. I think that's just what has to happen, and then Josh Hines Allen can go back to just Josh Allen.
So whoever is the has the upper hand gets to keep the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah, that'd be fire. The Bills are, I didn't even mention this, but the Bills are 1.5 point favorites. But, which is actually disrespectful. Tom, right? So I'd double down on that. Give me the Jags. Bet and the real life. Because, that's, they say if you go through the playoffs and you pick based off best quarterback, you're going to be right most of the time. But I'm going to be real. Coogee does things differently, as you know with my preseason picks. But doing things differently has led me to this track record of success to this point. So I think if you go through and pick who has the best coach, you're going to win with the playoffs. And I think Liam Cohen was better coach than Sean McDermott. So double it down right there. Double it down. And that's one thing I mentioned too. I think that John Harbaugh, so he's waiting. We'll get into it later more in depth, but he's waiting for this week to end for interviews and shit like that. I think he's waiting for a team like the Bills or a team like the Steelers to lose, fire their coach, and go to them.
I'd be so tight if the Steelers fired Tomlin and then hired John Harbaugh. I'd be so tight about that. I'd be like, what are we like? You know what I mean? Like, because what do I think about John Harbaugh? I think he's just Mike Tomlin, but worse.
You really think he's worse than Mike Tomlin? So you rather have Mike Tomlin than Harbaugh?
Than John Harbaugh, 100%. Any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Easy. Obviously, I'd rather have Mike Tomlin than John Harbaugh. If the Steelers are going to hire a new coach, I want it to be like a hot shot offensive genius.
Right, like not somebody like we already know what he is.
Yeah, like, well, once again, like they're both CEO coaches. They're like not like play callers. You know what I mean? They're CEO, they're culture setting CEO coaches. So who's the ultimate culture setting CEO coach in the last 2 decades in the NFL? It's Mike Tomlin. So why would I want just a great value version of him?
But that being said, the Bills would happily, and I think they should, if they lose this game, they should fire McDermott. I don't say they don't gotta hire Harbaugh, but hire somebody. Because, and it's funny, the Bills fan I was talking to earlier today, he said they call him Sean McDormand.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just a walk-on for players. Like, he's not really, like, not going to get on players like that. He's just kind of there. Like, and again, like I've been saying it for this whole year, this whole 2 years. Like, you never ever been like, man, the Bills are great because of that coach. You're just like, the Bills are good, and they have that coach. He got them from irrelevance to good, but to go from good to champion, they need a new voice. So, yeah, I just don't see the Bills. I mean, they could win this game off of talent, but I just don't see them winning this game. I don't. But we have, after that, same day, night game, Johnny, Patriots, Chargers in New England. What do you think? Who do you got?
I think it goes without saying. Once again, Drake Maye is going to bring the hammer down on the Chargers. The Chargers are rolling out, I believe right now, according to PFF, the worst offensive line in the league. They are injured to hell and back, and we know throughout history that Justin Herbert plays his worst in the playoffs. Yep. What more do I have to know? Give me the Patriots.
Man, I want to beat you in this, but come on, baby. Maybe it's Maybelline. You know what I'm saying? Give me Drake Maye.
Oh, I have to ask, are we doing Super Bowl picks like at some point in this?
Yeah.
Are we making our... Okay, cool.
So
should I save that? Should I save my Super Bowl pick until that moment?
Because what we're going to do is we're going to do the picks of the first round, and then based off how you pick the first round and how the second round matches up, we're going to pick from there.
All right, here, I'll write them down, baby. So it's easy for me. I'll write them down.
I'm going to have to write this shit down, too, because the reseeding and everything kind of fucks with everything.
Yeah, so in the first round, I have the 2-seed Patriots. I've got the 3-seed Jags. All right.
Yeah,
perfect.
And I got the Patriots as well. I mean, again, it comes down to
one Denver.
I mean, the coaching is closer. Jim Harbaugh is a closer coach to Mike Vrabel as Sean McDermott is Liam Cohen, but he still got the coaching advantage with the Patriots there, and they're just it's kind of like the Broncos. It's their year. I mean, eventually one of them two has to lose, but with Josh McDaniels, with Mike Vrabel, and Drake Maye having this resurgence, possibly an MVP, I got to go Patriots. On this. Yeah. But now this game might be the only one that might be food for thought. We have the Steelers, the Texans in Pittsburgh. We have that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. And then we have CJ Stroud on the other side. Who you got, Johnny? What do you think?
I have the Texans. There is an argument to be made that Rodgers might be the single quarterback that is most equipped, the best equipped to handle the Texans' pass rush because he gets the ball out the fastest in the league.
Yep.
The problem is it's not just the pass rush. There are also a legion of linebackers that hit hard and punish people, and an even nastier legion of defensive backs ready to punish any mistake made. They're very healthy on defense. The defense has been exceptional. The offense gets better every week. The CJ's slinging it. The line is playing better. They have Nico Collins, and then they have 3 more Nico Collins, and then Christian Kirk.
3 more Nico Collins, bro.
Dude, that's what their team is.
They're rookie receivers from Iowa State, bro.
Plus Nico Collins, and Nico Collins. It's Jaden Higgins, Jalen Knoll, and Xavier Hutchinson are all just prototype Nico Collins. So they have 4 Nico Collins plus Christian Kirk.
They found their type.
Yeah, they like him. Let's not forget that Tank Dell is back next year too. I think the league has forgotten about Tank Dell.
They got Christian Kirk.
I just said that. I said they have 4 Nico Collins plus Christian Kirk.
Damn. And hasn't he missed a lot of the year?
Christian Kirk,
this
I think,
nigga's always hurt, bro.
Missed a chunk.
Why is Christian Kirk always hurt? We gotta.
He's been just kind of consistently decent. So a lot of players are consistently hurt, but I'm gonna go with Houston. I just think Stroud is better than Rodgers right now. Stroud turns up in the playoffs consistently, and we've seen time after time after time after time that having the best defense in the playoffs gets you far. And I think the Houston Texans have the best defense in the entire playoffs. So I'm going with the Houston Texans, unfortunately beating my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, I did pick the Steelers to win the division. After that, I didn't say anything else. They did win the division. But they're going to lose this game. And it sucks to say because that means we're going to be playing the Bills in Denver. Fuck. But Texans got to win this game. I mean, the Steelers have a chance. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers.
What did you say?
If the Texans win this game, we're playing the Bills in Denver.
No. I thought you said the Bills were going to lose.
Oh. You're right. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. We're playing Texans in Denver.
If the Bills lose and the Chargers lose, then you're playing whoever wins this game.
Jacksonville, please win this game. So never mind then. Never mind. I don't feel as bad about that. We got to beat the Texans. And we'll not see a shot at the game, too. We'll just knock them out again. But I got the Texans, though. That defense is crazy. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. Them Iowa State boys. If you didn't have Nico Collins on that team, I have no doubt that those two, Higgins, Noel, they could be number 1 and number 2 on another team without a Nico Collins. I wouldn't doubt it. Like, they're rookies. They're young. They got to grow. They're going to take their lumps, right? They might have some mistakes. I'm sure each one of them will have a drop this game where you'll go, oh, man. But they're rookies. They're going to learn. But, bro, they got a squad at receiver. Last year, their issue was depth.
It's so funny. They'll just roll out 4 X receivers on one play. It's so funny to me.
Bro, you don't know. Anybody can get the ball and take it the distance, bro.
Yeah. No, it's funny.
It's crazy. But and I just think it's dope they were teammates, too. Like, imagine, like you were running routes with your teammate in college for 4 years, 3 years, and now you go to the pros, and you're like, this nigga across the sideline from you. Same team, running routes with you. Like, that
saying Nolan Higgins.
Yeah, like that chemistry matters. I mean, they're not obviously more prominent than Nico Collins, but it's a good story. I like stories, man. I'll tell you what, I like stories.
Nico just gets them open so much because Nico will draw the double team, and then it's just there's 2 other X receivers running around.
Yeah. Then they got Woody Marks in the backfield, who's a receiving threat. He can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still give. I know Nick Chubb he wasn't a player to watch based off his results, but he still gets the ball time to time. He'll take the goal line.
He's around. He's there sometimes. But
you imagine if they had Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon, I think, is actually dead.
Is he dead? He's Matt Stafford, but actually dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, but we thought about Matt Stafford. That's Joe Mixon this year.
Just gone. I drafted him in the very late rounds just to put him on the IR so I could be like, if he comes back in week 7, he'll kill it for me. And I ended up signing Woody Marks. And he killed it for me. But yeah, Joe Mixon is dead, bro. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. He's on a milk carton.
Maybe really. We don't know.
But to make it easy on us, for memory's sake, we're gonna go through the AFC entirely for the March Madness pick. Then we'll get to the NFC for this round, and then the March Madness style pick. So Johnny, based off what we got the same exact thing. You are going to have the Patriots playing the Jaguars.
Jags.
It's going to be in New England. And then we're going to also have the Broncos playing the Texans in Denver. So assuming the first round plays out 100%, second round, Broncos, Texans, Patriots, Jags, who you got?
All right. I'll start with our 2-3 matchup. I deliberated this for a moment in my head, but at the end of the day, it comes down to, I kind of think the same level about Vrabel versus Cohen. I think they're both really good coaches. Comes down to, who do I trust more? Drake Maye or the Prince?
I already know what this is.
And the answer, as much as I love the Prince, has to be Drake Maye. I think it's all for real, man. I watched one game of Drake Maye and said he's got it. And
what was it, this year or last
year? The first game he played last year.
Well, the first game of his career?
The first game he played, when he walked out there and he did I think it was the first full game he played, when he had that 4th and goal where he dodged and then threw out of a sack a perfect dot to Ramondre Stevenson in the end zone. And I went, oh, he's got it.
He's him.
So I am going with the Patriots. I think Vrabel's been here before. McDaniels has been here before. These guys understand what it takes to win in the playoffs from a player and a coaching perspective. And, not to mention some of the vets on that team, I think that it's all going to come together into a beautiful moment. But that'll be a great game, I think. But I think the Pats will edge them out just barely, because at the end of the day, Drake Maye is not capable, or he hasn't shown the propensity to make the same mistakes that Trevor Lawrence is capable of making. Okay. So that is my choice. Do you want me to give you the Denver-Houston one as well?
Yeah. Give it to him, boy. Give it to him, boy. That's a tough one. That was a close game. It was a close game. Ooh, man, you got me fucked up.
I'm taking the Houston Texans, the hottest team in the league, who has, I believe, the best defense in the league.
Hottest team in the league?
They've won 9 games in a row.
That's the Jags. Okay, well.
Houston has won 9 games in a row. Hottest team in the league.
Who won 12 games in a row?
10.
Who won 12 games in a row? Or 11 games in a row?
At some point this season, you're saying? Was it the Patriots?
I mean, I'm just guessing. The Patriots might have been one of them, but who else?
I think the Patriots did. Did the Broncos as well?
Yeah. We're talking about
hot streak.
We were 1-2 to start the season.
The Houston Texans will be coming. The Houston Texans will be coming into this on a 10-game win streak.
13-1.
The Houston Texans will be coming into this on a 10-game win streak with what I believe is the best defense in the league, with a quarterback who I believe is better than Bo Nix, with a receiving group that I think is better than the Broncos. And I think that they will be able to, with a quarterback who's been here before and has won in the playoffs before, I think they will be able to grind down the Broncos, and in an ugly, low-scoring game, make their way to the AFC Championship and match up with the New England Patriots, a battle of the red, white, and blue for the AFC.
Okay. That's crazy. So my second round goes as follows. The Patriots and Jags is a little tough, because you're doubting that boy Liam Cohen. And that makes me want to really side on the Jags. It's going to be in New England. Now, we have
seen... It's not a doubting Liam Cohen, it's a belief in Drake Maye thing. But
now, we have seen the Patriots blow big leads at home. 21-0 leads at home to good teams before. So that is food to consider, food for thought. But we had a good thing going, Johnny, in this first round. We had a good thing going.
We did.
But I think this is where I might have to defer with you in this round, man. I might have to... You know what? I'm going to let it speak for me. Hold on. Duval. Give me the fucking Jags, baby. The Prince, Trevor Lawrence, gets it done in Foxborough. That's what I'm going with. Because while other people, while other analysts, they go off schedules, they go off games, they go off matchups, I go off vibes. And I'm right more often than I'm not, because the vibes don't lie. Just like with these bitches, the vibes don't lie. And I'm going to keep it simple, just like I do with these bitches. Give me the Jags, baby. Give me the Jags. And then when we go Broncos, Texans, give me the Broncos, Texans. I'm going to go, here's where it's tough, Johnny, because you're talking about the hottest team in the league here. But here's my thing. I was actually happy the Broncos lost to the Jags. In the moment, was I happy? Fuck no. I was mad as fuck. But I don't want to go into the fucking playoffs on a win streak. Because you're due for a loss. We need a loss right before the playoffs to get everything back in focus. Right now, the Texans are feeling like they're hot shit. They started off rough, right? It looked like they might miss the playoffs. And actually, Johnny, it's funny enough, you point blank said this Texans-Ravens game is going to determine who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. Now, obviously, the Ravens had a chance at the end. But if you think about how it turned out, that did determine who made the playoffs, who didn't. That Texans-Ravens game, week 4, that determined who made the playoffs and who didn't. Texans won that game, if you people don't know. But they're on a hot streak, so they're feeling like they're the shit. They're going to come to Denver, right? Now, CJ Stroud is good, but he's finna hit that altitude. Johnny, you ever been in altitude before?
Once or twice.
Bro, have you ever walked up
I've been on a plane.
Have you ever walked up the stairs in the altitude? It's crazy. Have you ever walked up the stairs in the altitude?
I've walked upstairs before, above sea level.
Perfect. Me too. Now, I also was in Colorado this last summer, and I'm telling you what, I walked up a flight of stairs. I'm in shape. I work out, bro. I was having a conversation walking up the stairs, and when I got to the top, I had to stop the conversation because I had to breathe. That's a big factor in Denver. The weather is a big factor in Denver. Sean Payton, one of the greatest coaches of all time, that's a factor. Bo Nix, we need to see it from you. But I'm riding with you right now. Broncos country. Let's ride. Give me the Broncos. And that means in your AFC Championship game, Johnny, you were going to have the Texans and the Patriots. Who do you got? Who's your AFC champion, John? Give it to him.
My AFC championship. My AFC champion representing the AFC, the red, white, and blue, coming out of this conference is going to be the Houston Texans.
Oh my God. This man. The 5 seed?
You know what the Houston Texans remind me of, Coogee?
You know, there's only been like 6 wild card teams make a Super Bowl in history.
You know what the Houston Texans remind me of, Coogee?
The Ravens and when they won the Super Bowl?
The Broncos when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Best defense in the league, shaky offense, not looking crazy, but man, that defense is so good it kept them in. And I see something really similar. As a man who watched the Texans defense very closely this year, having a lot of stock in them in my fantasy leagues, I'll tell you what. This defense is lethal. It's good. It turns good offenses bad. It scores high. It forces turnovers. It sacks the quarterback. It does all of the things that you need to do to win playoff football. And against a first-time playoff quarterback in Drake Maye, I think it might overwhelm him just enough.
Wow.
That the Texans, against all odds in this weird season where nothing has made sense, the Texans continue that trend and dark horse their way to the Super Bowl.
Damn. That's crazy. So we got the Broncos, we got the Jags on my side. And we already saw this matchup in Denver, mind you. And the Jags won that one. Jags won that one going away. And that's why I got the Broncos. Because the rematch usually favors the team that feels like they have to make adjustments. If one team goes in, they go, oh, we already beat them. Watch film. We know what we got to do. But the other team is plotting. Sean Payton is plotting right now. And they're going to get that get back. What YTF say? They get back a motherfucker. Yeah, Broncos. Give me the Broncos. And we stand pat with my preseason prediction. The Denver Broncos, AFC champions. But hold on, there's a whole other side. There's a whole other side. So Jonny, in the NFC, the first game that we are going to have is the Panthers and the Rams in Carolina. We saw this before. And now keep in mind, before I picked the Panthers, you picked the Rams. The Panthers won. We'll just keep that in mind. But Jonny, what do you think? What do you think? Who do you got? Panthers, Rams.
I got Stat Pafford taking the Rams to the promised land. What are we doing? I'm not going to overthink it. One team's 8-9. The other one's, 12-5?
Something like that.
They got a chip on their shoulder. They're mad. They hate that they lost to the Panthers. They're mad they're not going to see home field for the entire playoffs in all likelihood. And they've got everything you need. They've got the best coach maybe in the entire playoffs. They've got the MVP likely at quarterback. They've got the runner-up for the Offensive Player of the Year. Solid running game that's broken out into a two-headed monster. Defense can come up with some big plays. And who's on the other side of the ball? Shrimp fried Bryce. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. Give me the Rams.
You know what? I thought about this hard and long. All 10 seconds. I got 3 words for you, Jonny. And if you know what I'm going to say, you can say it with me if you want. But you don't have to. Don't feel pressured. Keep pounding, bitch. Keep pounding. Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers in an on-paper upset, but based off seeds. Not an upset. Give me the Panthers taking it to
based
them.
off the spread. It's a big upset. The spread, I believe that the Panthers are getting 10.5 right now.
I think they were getting about that last time too, weren't they?
Probably getting more last time. so yeah, they're getting a little more respect. They're getting a little more respect this
one. A little more respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me
I
the Panthers.
think they probably got like 14 last time.
Yeah, give me the Panthers. And then after that, we have the Bears, Packers in Chicago. What do you think? Who do you got?
I believe in Caleb Williams, the NFL's nastiest girl. I famously don't believe in Jordan Love. I famously do not believe in him.
Toyota-thon is over.
Toyota-thon is done. And it wouldn't matter if it was even going on still because Jordan Love has been injured. He has not been playing well. He got hit in the head so hard last time they played the Bears that he passed out on the field. He was done. He didn't really pass out, but it was bad. He got wrecked in the head. So he's probably still seeing stars, to be honest with you. He's a little shook. I mean, Malik Willis is right there breathing down his neck. They don't have Micah. There's just nothing I see out of the Packers that gives me anything to believe in. And the Bears, they've been showing that they've got it. They show up when it counts. Caleb has not been making bad plays. He in the fourth quarter, it is always a moment that he is in it. He can light up any team. Now, mind you, they had a shaky loss to the Lions. We didn't like that. That was bad.
Didn't like that at all.
But remember, Ben Johnson is all about good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good becomes better and your better becomes best. And I think they're going to make sure that their good becomes better in this game. So I'm going to take the Bears over the Packers, finally kill their franchise woes.
Yeah, I own you. That shit.
Exactly. And they beat Rodgers this season too. So they're exercising a lot of demons this year.
Yep.
Let's keep it going.
I guess you can call Ben Johnson the demon exerciser. I got the Bears. In this game. Like you said, Caleb Williams, not much to believe in with the Packers right now. They're really a falling team, while the Bears are they had that bad loss, but they're still rising. The Packers are a falling team, and no Micah Parsons either. So, give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. Now they are making the Packers 1.5 point favorites, which I think is disrespectful.
As I've heard, very disrespectful.
But yeah. Honestly, if I was the Packers, I would just start Malik Willis. But
might as well.
That's neither here nor there. Give me the Bears. Bear down, baby.
Bear down.
We have the Eagles. This might be the most interesting matchup because this has some history behind this playoff matchup. The Eagles, the 49ers in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Eagles are 4.5 point favorites. That's crazy.
4.5 point favorites for a reason, I'd say.
Ooh.
The Niners defense obliterated, non-existent. Shit, really. We saw what happens when they go up against a good defense. If there's one thing that Philly's got, it's a good defense. And last week, they couldn't even muster a touchdown. 3 measly points against the Seahawks.
Crazy, bro.
Disgusting.
I watched it with my dad. I was hoping for the 49ers to win, and that shit was nasty.
I was driving back from New York, coming home from the holidays, and I had that game on in the car. I didn't need to have it on in the car. Nope. That was barely worth watching.
You could have checked it.
That was just hoop shit. Look, but Philly, there's one thing we know. Jalen Hurts turns it up in the playoffs. They've been here. They're defending their title. They've got all the same guys back. As much as they've looked shaky this year, I'm going to bet on the playoff pedigree that this Eagles team has shown over the past couple of years. And I'm not going to put too much stock into a team that is as injured and flawed as the Niners, lest we forget they had the easiest schedule in the league going into the season. So I don't want to we just don't want to overestimate the Niners here as far as their wins may not reflect how good they actually are. So I think that Philly's going to trounce them.
I don't know. Until that last game, they were doing pretty good in the division, Johnny. They were
doing well in the division.
The division's a good division.
It's a good division. Best division in football, probably.
Yeah. I would have said the AFC West before the season, but Chiefs let me down. But yeah, that's tough. It depends, right? Is Big Dom on the sideline or not? That's what I gotta know.
Obviously, Big Dom's on the sideline.
Is Big Dom
Big Dom's always on the sideline,
or not?
He is.
With that being said, they're gonna need Big Dom, because they're gonna need some help. The Eagles these last few weeks have really been. They've been a frustrating team to watch. I can only imagine, what our good friend Caleb might be going through watching this team the last few weeks. But I mean, between getting one half of 13 points and a little bit of offense, and then a half of no offense, every other week, it's tough. It's tough because, I mean, the Eagles might score a good 20 points in the first half. And they might finish the game with 20 points. And they might have less yards at the end of the game than they had when the first half ended. So that's where the dilemma gets tough because this team is they're not looking good right now. They're not looking in sync. The 49ers, the last game, of course, looked awful, but it's a testament to Kyle Shanahan, to that offense, and to Robert Saleh that they're even here right now. Robert Saleh, a head coaching candidate as well. So give me the 49ers. I'm going 49ers on this one. Big Dom's not enough. Not enough. Jalen Hurts, Tush push. You realize this year we haven't heard shit about the Tush push since like week 7, week 8.
Well, because it got so loud around the Tush push because they were doing it so much and people really hated it. So I think they took their foot off the gas with it because they were like, if we keep doing this, it will get banned. So they had to take their foot off the gas.
So unless they're going to bring it back for the playoffs, and that's going to be like their one-off, like the mental game.
I think they will bring it back for the playoffs.
You think so?
Yeah.
We'll see. But hey, you got to be 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, goal to go by the 1 and 2 to do that push. And I think the Niners have that edge. They have that edge right now. So give me the Niners. But Jonny, based off your first picks, let me see here. So we got this one's a little different now.
I've got them right here. It's Seattle versus Rams, Bears versus Eagles.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
All right. Seattle over the Rams.
Ooh.
Defense wins championships, boys.
Third matchup.
Seattle has a dirty ass defense. And I think that they're going to be able, it's going to be a tight game, but I think that defense is going to be able to eke it out. They're going to prove why they won that division. They're going to prove why they won the NFC 1 seed. They're going to be rested. And I think they are preparing for the Rams no matter what. I think they expect to play the Rams.
Really?
I think they know it's a game of destiny.
So they're calling the Eagles are gonna win, the Bears are gonna win. Because if the Packers win, they're playing the Packers.
Yeah, I think they're ready for the Rams. I think that's what they're getting ready for. And they're gonna come ready. They're gonna come correct. They're gonna come prepared. Sam Darnold's gonna exercise those ghosts, not demons, ghosts. He's gonna start ghost out there.
Okay.
Honestly. And my other game.
Yep.
Bears Philly. We've seen this one already, boys. We've seen this one already. I'll tell you what. Philly's got a good defense, but it's not enough to stop the NFL's nastiest girl. And that's the game where their better becomes best. And the Bears knock Philly out of the playoffs and stop them from defending their title, head into the NFC Championship against the Seahawks.
Damn. Bears Seahawks, that'd be a crazy one. Guaranteed Sam Darnold or Caleb Williams go to the Super Bowl. Crazy.
The way I've got it right now, they're all first-time Super Bowl QBs. Anybody that in my championships, everyone's a first-time Super Bowl QB.
It's gonna be a good year. So based off what I got here, I got the 49ers and Seahawks in Seattle. I got the Panthers and the Bears in Chicago. And now Seattle and the 49ers, we've seen this a couple times, of course. Man, oh man, I want to go 49ers so bad. But I got to go Seahawks. Off the bye, rested, refreshed. That defense, JSN, Sam Darnold. Nah, I got the Seahawks over the 49ers for sure. For sure. And I see how the March Madness bracket comes into play, by the way. Because we have different ways to get there. But we both got the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to guess we probably both have another team as well.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks. And then we got the Bears and the Panthers. Oh, they ripped my heart in half right now. My love for Ben Johnson, or my love for this underdog story that is the Panthers. But I'm sorry, man. The Panthers are going to get blown out the water by the Bears. If it's the Panthers-Bears, it's a blowout. Mm-hmm. It's a blowout. I mean, Caleb Williams has shown what he does against teams that aren't considered, top teams, and has 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. So
shreds.
So yeah, give me the Bears for a Bears-Seahawks NFC Championship game. And so, like we said, we got there different ways, but we both got to a Seahawks-Bears NFC Championship game in Seattle. Who you got, Johnny?
I deliberated this long and hard. I really sat down, and I'll tell you the truth. I wrote down a pick, and then I crossed it off, and I picked the other team. I thought to myself, defense wins championships. That was my thought with picking the Houston Texans. But I just couldn't get past the Sam Darnold of it all. The Bears' defense is weak and susceptible, but they're good at one thing: forcing turnovers. They've been doing it all year. And I think they're going to pull out Ouija boards. They're going to start summoning ghosts into that arena. There's going to be 30, 40 men on defense. Darnold's not going to know who's there, who's even on his team anymore. I'm thinking a 3-turnover game from Darnold. And Caleb plus that running back duo, they're going to do just enough to pull the Bears into the Super Bowl. And they're going to finally have a rematch of that fated matchup when CJ gave advice to Caleb Williams. And at the end of that Super Bowl, one of them will get to give the other advice.
Bears, Texans,
they'll get to put their hand on the other one's shoulder and whisper in their ear, "Hey, man, better luck next time, but let me give you a little bit of sage advice." My Super Bowl is the Houston Texans versus the Chicago Bears.
Whew. Ooh, baby. Bear down. Bear down. Wow. Okay.
Hey, it's a psychotic season. I'm picking a psychotic Super Bowl. Let's do it.
Listen, odds are with this season, write down who you think is going to win based off who should win. Cross it off and write the other team.
And write a team that's not even in the playoffs. Cross it off and write the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, win it all. Kellen Moore, first Super Bowl.
Holy shit, Kellen Moore under center.
Yeah, I second that statement. The Ben Johnson of it all, man. It's going to be a great 30 for 30 one day. How Ben Johnson completes the Detroit quest for a Super Bowl, but he completes it in Chicago. That's going to be crazy, 30 for 30. Bear down. Give me the Bears in the craziest regular season we've seen in a while, which means we're only going to have the craziest postseason that we've seen in a while. I mean, because you're thinking playoffs, right? So do you go Bears, Seahawks. I wouldn't pick them in the playoffs, but imagine all the teams that in the regular season had crazy wins where you would have went, I wouldn't have picked them in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's NFL. One game. It's not the NBA. Just one game. That's all you got to do.
One game.
You know what I'm saying? You have a little bad chicken noodle soup. You got a little rough travel. Your girlfriend dumps you. It could cost you the whole fucking game. Cost you the whole game. You never know what's going on. So you got to leave a little room for craziness. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. And that puts me with a Bears Broncos Super Bowl, which would be so Oh my God,
You
Ben
got that
Johnson.
orange and blue Super Bowl.
Oh, it'd be insane. It'd be orange and blue too, because there'd be a lot of sacks and a lot of turnovers if it goes how it could go.
Mm.
A lot of sacks and a lot of turnovers. Did you pick your winner?
Of the Super Bowl?
You didn't pick your winner yet, did you?
I haven't said it yet.
Good. All right. So I got the Bears. I got the Broncos. But now, Johnny, with the Bears and the Texans, who you got? Super Bowl. Super Bowl, right?
I've got the hottest team in the league.
Oh my God! No
extending that streak from 9 to 12. Nico Collins, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson, D'Amico Ryans. Defense wins championships, and I've got the best defense in the league winning the championship. And CJ, after getting clowned for over a year for giving Caleb advice, gets to give him one last piece of advice on how to get over the hump and win the Super Bowl.
Are you?
I just heavily believe in the Texans so deeply.
Do you think the Super Bowl ring changes how we have to consider CJ Stroud as far 100%. As his place in quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Because he had a great rookie year. We were ready.
Yeah, top 5 in his rookie year.
But his sophomore year was tough.
It was rough, and this year he was shaky to start. But let me tell you, man, I think if you had just said to me, if we were doing this in a different format, and you just said, John, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? I would have told you the Houston Texans.
Damn.
I knew who my pick was going into this. I'm telling you right now.
So you tell me right now.
I deeply believe in the Houston Texans. I really think, I have a feeling that they're going to just, that defense is going to punish people through the entire Super Bowl or through the entire playoffs, going up against inexperienced quarterbacks, guys who haven't been here before. And in every single game, aside from the Steelers, who obviously got Rodgers, but in every game that the Houston Texans are going to play, they're playing against guys that don't have a lot of playoff experience, that if they've been to the playoffs, they've only lost. And I think that, and they're playing against a quarterback, CJ, who in every time he's made it to the playoffs has won at least one game. I just think that they've got the pieces, they've got the culture, they believe in their coach, they believe in their QB, and that they have the pieces that come together to win a championship consistently in the NFL. So with all that, I'm taking the Houston Texans to win the Super Bowl this year.
Would you so you're the Steelers GM right now. The Texans call you up and they offer CJ Stroud for Aaron Rodgers and 2 firsts. Are you taking it?
I'd have to think on that.
What about straight up for Aaron Rodgers?
Obviously. That's not even a question. But
it's the draft compensation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to think about it. But I think I'd lean yes, but I'm just because I'm so tight about how the Steelers have handled the quarterback over the last 5 years, that it's just in the post Big Ben era, we've just been so unaggressive at the quarterback position. It would just be nice if we had somebody that was like, this is our guy, we're sticking with him.
Right. I mean,
that's not important. I have the Houston Texans winning the Super Bowl. The craziest pick. Nobody would have thought, but I just have a gut feeling that this team is going to do some crazy shit.
If we learned anything,
and if I'm wrong and the Steelers win, I still win. So let's go.
If we learned anything, it's go crazy or go home.
I'm hedging my bets against the Steelers always, so I win no matter what.
Oh man, so I got the Bears and the Broncos.
Oh, who is he gonna pick? I wonder.
Oh man. I've given it some serious thought. I want you guys to know that before I give you this answer. I have given it some thought. But Johnny,
By the way, I just want to say, wasn't this your preseason pick?
the Broncos.
I believe Bears Broncos was your preseason Super Bowl pick.
Admittedly, I might have, in the off chance, I might have uttered it, but it wasn't one of the actual like questions. So I don't remember, but I might have. That would have been crazy. If it is, I'll have to check now. I'll have to double check now. But if it is,
Yeah, check the records, but I'm pretty sure that this. I think Bears Broncos was your preseason Super Bowl pick,
bro. If that works out, I'm a savant. I listen. Don't take my picks week to week, but if you're going preseason to end of season, I'm your guy. I'm your fucking guy.
He's your futures guy.
Yeah. You called me. They said I was crazy when I picked the Broncos to win the AFC West. They said I was crazy. Also, when I picked the Broncos to win the AFC. And I think if crazy has gotten me to this point, why stop now, baby? Let's ride. Give me the Broncos.
Country.
You're Super
Broncos
Bowl
country.
champions. And if we're being real, the numbers go with me because listen, I'm going to take it back for you. In 2015, Ohio State won the national championship game. In 2016, Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl. In 2025, Ohio State won the national championship game. In 2026, we're going to find out, baby. But I'm telling you, it's that Rocky Mountain High, baby. It's that Rocky Mountain High. You know what it is. I'm going Broncos. So we got slightly different Super Bowls, similar championship games. But yeah, this will be interesting to see how it works out. Because we're going to keep it going. So obviously, you know how it goes, March Madness, right? If a team you would pick to go in the next round loses, we cross off that shit. But you know, hey, if your championship game is correct, then what happened before doesn't much matter as much. So that'll be interesting. And then we'll go week to week. So obviously we'll pick next week too. We won't have to do this shit again. We'll pick the week after. And, you know, keep doing it. And hopefully Couch Coach can make up for that horrendous regular season record. Because, you know, it wasn't our best effort, guys. I'll tell you that, right? You know, sometimes you put your head on the pillow and you feel confident, you feel good about the honest day's work you gave. But for this season, man, listen, we're a little bit off. We're a little bit off on them picks.
Just come find me when we start picking NBA games, all right?
Exactly. Hey, couple weeks now.
When we become an NBA podcast and I start going 8-1 every week. That's what we need.
Yes, sir. And we morph over. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but now you brought it up, Johnny. We gotta get into some Black Monday. We'll wrap up quick with that. We're getting a little over there on time. We'll wrap up with that. But Johnny, what do you think about Trae Young?
Bizarre. But I guess that's where he should be,
meme.
though.
It's a Spider-Man meme, bro. He's in the same spot.
Yeah, it's where he should be. Trae Young doesn't improve a contender. He's not like a playoff winning basketball piece. So I kind of just think, yeah, makes sense. Go get a max contract. Go average 30 on the Wizards. Have a fun time. The more bizarre thing is the compensation to me.
Corey Crisper
kind of made no fucking sense at all.
The salaries had to work out though. McCollum's on a huge deal, so the salaries worked out with McCollum.
Right, but the compensation was just not enough. But I guess it was just one of those things. I guess where
they believe
the
in
Hawks. Everyone knew that. I think it was just that the Hawks. Everyone knew the Hawks wanted to trade him, so they didn't have very much leverage.
It's crazy. No, but they believe in Jalen Johnson. They believe in that. I think Jalen's the one they signed this year.
Remember when Rudy Gobert got 3 first-rounders? This is what I'm talking about.
No, that was the COVID inflation, but that was the PPP loan type era. You know what I'm saying? That was different. That was different. I think after that trade and the first few trades that came after that, and people were able to jack it up.
That's why the value of stars went down, is because of the Rudy Gobert trade.
People were like, yeah, we're not doing that shit no more.
It's similar to like when Timofey Mozgov got paid like $100 million for 3 years, and everyone was like, "All right, we got to pump the brakes on giving salaries out."
Yeah, we're like, no more. That? Oh yeah, like when Sam Bradford got that crazy guaranteed rookie contract, and they said,
yeah, they were like, "All right, we're not doing this anymore."
Wait, did you hear the story on how they did that? So they brought in all these veteran players, right? And they go, they bring in for the CBA and the contract negotiations, and they go, listen, these rookies are getting paid a lot of money. And it's kind of unfair to you guys that they're getting paid way more than you, right? And the veterans are like, yeah, like that's fucked up. Like we've got a rookie who just got picked quarterback making more than I made my whole career in like a year and a half. Like, and so they agreed on this new deal, right? And what the NFL did, instead of using that to pay the veteran players more, they used it to cut the veteran players and lower their salary cap because they're paying rookies less.
Yeah.
And that's why the deals went down, because Sam Bradford was the last like fully guaranteed rookie contract that was like it was like $100 million. It was a crazy contract. It was
like an 8-year deal.
He was getting paid like Brock Purdy would have gotten paid back then, based off what he is now. Mm-hmm. Like before he ever played a snap. Yeah. But then the veterans agreed to this shit, and not only did they get cut, now rookies get paid less. So yeah, that's a lose-lose on both sides. But yeah, so there's, like you said, there are certain situations where you go, yeah, the group is just like, we're never doing this ever again. Like after Sam Bradford, they're like, never, nope, no more. You would have thought Jamarcus Russell would have been the nail in the coffin. After Jamarcus, I would have been like, we got to get rid of that shit now. Like, fully guaranteed, this nigga, no. But yeah, and I think it's funny too, while we're on that topic real quick, how Trae Young and Luka Doncic got traded for each other, and I text you this, how they got traded for each other, and within a year, almost a year to the date, they're both no longer on the teams that traded for them. Mm-hmm. But they're both great players.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously, Luka.
There's levels to it.
Luka's like up here, and Trae's like
Luka's like one of the best offensive players in the history of the NBA to this point. And
when we woke up off Luka, we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, if I woke up, like I saw Trae in the middle of the day, it happened. But like if I saw that,
Trae's a good shooter.
But like if I saw it in the morning after I woke up, I wouldn't have been like, "What the fuck?" I'd have been like, "Oh, that makes sense." So
yeah, I wasn't that blown away. I guess I was just kind of baffled.
The compensation, terrible.
Compensation made no sense to me. But
once
again, I think they were just in a position where the whole league knew they were going to trade him, and they didn't have much leverage.
Man, and Atlanta and GMs don't get along, man. This basketball GM not getting nothing back. Fucking, they're restructuring the whole fucking organization and the Falcons. Like, God. Yeah. But then, side note, real quick, LaMelo Ball. You see, he got benched.
Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody about this today, and I got listen. If the Hornets are listening, I got a roster for you right now, starting 5. That's your best. I don't think that Colin Sexton should start verbatim, like at face value, over LaMelo, but I do think that the Hornets would be a much better team, and this would sound like a demotion for LaMelo. But if LaMelo would just fucking take an offseason, work on his catch and shoot game, and move the fucking shooting guard where he should be. And then you have Colin Sexton at point guard, LaMelo Ball at shooting guard, you have Knuppel at small forward, Brandon Miller at power forward, then you either go Ryan Kalbrenner if you want to go young and tall at center, or you go Mason Plumlee if you want to go tall and experienced. Then bring Bridges off the bench, 6 men. I think that roster could be a top 8, could make the 8-10 range.
You're smoking dick, but I'll let that.
That roster right there, that starting 5 and that 6 men, they'd be a small lineup. 6'7" is their tallest player outside of center. But like, that lineup could make the...
What is?
6'7"? No, I mean, Brandon Miller's the tallest player at 6'7", and then Ryan Kalbrenner and Mason Plumlee are like 7 feet too. But like, and that's really why they'd be there, is just to have a big person. None of them are really great, but I'm telling you, they could be the 10. They could make a 10 spot and get in the play-in.
maybe 10. They can maybe get 10.
That's better than what they are right now. Or what they've been doing.
Which is booty cheek ass doo-doo poop
but
franchise
they can make
that
10.
shouldn't be
They can make
seriously.
10, make a play in and make the playoffs with that roster.
No, they can get 10, make the play in, and lose in the first game.
You don't think? All right, I think the issue is Lamel's holding them back from leadership perspective. But if he's not the point,
They're gonna get rocked by the Chicago Bulls, perennial play-in.
Bro,
team.
they keep saying they go the play-in is to get all these teams that might not make it in or have a chance, but it's just the Bulls and the fucking Heat every season.
Yeah. It's just the Heat every year. Maybe a little Raptors action, and then
the Raptors are nice this year. Brandon
I'm
Ingram
talking about
with Scotty Barnes and Grady Dick. They said he can't even switch jerseys no more.
No, yeah, because he keeps going and switching with guys like he switched with Black. He switched with was it Kobe White or Derek White? He switched it with.
Probably both.
So I said White Dick.
You think he's doing it on purpose? You think he's doing it on purpose?
Yes, he's doing it on purpose. Obviously,
you don't
he's doing
think it's
it
a
on
coincidence?
purpose.
It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence. Obviously,
he's a grown ass man. You think he finds that funny?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he obviously finds it funny. I would do that if my last name was Dick. If there's a player in the league whose last name was Long, I'd be like, come here.
Yep. A player whose last name was Small. You got a player who's
Small.
You got
Small. You want to find Long. You got to find Black, White.
Thick, if you can find Thick.
I don't know if there's a Thick.
Yeah.
What other last name could Grady switch his jersey with? But
I don't know. Oh, if somebody's last name was Taco Fall, Taco Dick.
Well, I wouldn't say Taco on his jersey.
Oh,
I would say Fall on his jersey.
Damn it.
Fall Dick.
They gotta put Taco on there. I'm trying to think. There was another one. There was somebody whose last name, it wasn't Taken, but it was something along the lines of Taken, and then he did it with Dick, and it was kind of like
Taken Dick.
Like, bro, yeah. So I don't know, but the Raptors are kind of sneaky. The Pistons right now are running shit right now, though. Pistons are running shit right now. But hey, that's for the NBA show. We'll get into that. But right now, it's time for my favorite segment. Maybe, not always. Might be semi-racist. But Black Monday. We got Black Monday History Replay special, guys. Listen, we're just here, and we're going over time. We'll make it quick. We'll wrap up with this, but we got a lot of coaching openings, Johnny. We got 7 of them. Obviously, John Harbaugh fired. Giants been open for a minute. Stefanski fired. Raheem Morris with the Falcons fired. Jonathan Gannon fired with the Cardinals. Titans been open for a minute. We had the Raiders fired. Pete Carroll. We got a bunch of names. There's some names
and
here.
Dolphins. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, I did this on Wednesday. 8. You're right.
Yeah.
8. Dolphins.
Yeah, 8.
Dolphins are yeah, that's a job too. So, and they actually, Mike McDaniels interviewing with Titans. That could be kind of crazy with him and Cam Ward. And a quarterback who's not who can play in weather under 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But I mean,
I think he probably will get a head coaching job again, but I think he would be so good as an OC somewhere.
Bro, I don't know if you saw my text, but if he went to the Lions, the OC, they'd be back instantly.
Yeah, the OC
Mike
and the
McDaniels
Lions.
is the OC and the Lions with Dan Quinn, bro.
What really should happen is Flores and McDaniel should team up as Dolphins coaches somewhere. Flores is the head coach, McDaniels is the OC, and just go to Tennessee or something and just destroy.
Every D coordinator needs an offensive mastermind, and we know for a fact Brian Flores is not calling no plays on offense.
Well, we know for a fact Flores is a good coach too. So
and he is, yeah, and he would call the defense too. So what I would do, and I'm thinking about this: if you're a play caller on offense or defense, you need to bring in a coordinator for the side that you call, but they have to be the CEO type. Like it really sounds weird, and it doesn't make sense from a position standpoint. Like you would go, you're not paid to be this, so why should you be this? But if you're focused on the offense and you're an offensive coach, you damn sure better hire a coach that can kind of help with the CEO shit. Because if you just hire an offensive coach to be a fill-in, or you hire a play caller while you already call plays, That's kind of fucking stupid. Like, you lose the ability to be a true CEO when you are calling plays. And that helps a lot of teams because, don't get me wrong, like, do you think the Bears want Ben Johnson to give that play calling up? No. No. But you need someone else there that's a CEO too. That's where I think former head coaches on the roster come into play. Like, I would bring in a former head coach at that position as a coordinator. But yeah, I mean, just with these jobs, John, I mean, as far as what's on your radar, I mean, what's intriguing to you? Who do you think might go where? What jobs you say, you know what, I wouldn't take that job if they offered me the most money in the world? What are your thoughts on these jobs? We got a lot of openings this year.
To me, there's 3 intriguing jobs right now that are actually open right now. You're either going Baltimore with the opportunity to have one of the best quarterbacks in the league that's still in his prime.
Yep.
Granted, had a little slump year, but I think you'd be a lunatic to not believe in Lamar Jackson. So that's your first option. I think your second option is the Raiders. Sounds crazy, but the Raiders have the first overall pick. They have a completely blank slate. You get to live in Vegas. The Raiders. You're going to have the first overall pick, blank slate. You're in Vegas. You have a bunch of young talent around you. You know you've got your running back of the future. You can fully rebuild something.
And you're going to be fired in 2 years.
And you get to hang out with Tom Brady.
You'd be fired in 2 years.
And I think the third is the Giants, because the Giants, you get to be in a premier market. You have your quarterback. You have a crazy set of weapons. If you're going Malik Neighbors, you've got the second overall pick, right? I think the Giants have, or maybe a little lower.
They're like 5 now.
Oh yeah, because they won.
They won,
right?
Yep.
So yeah, they did win. Yeah. So you got a high pick. You've got your quarterback. You've got receivers. You have a really great defensive front to build off of. You got 2 really solid running backs. The team's young as hell, ready to be molded.
Yep.
And maybe you're the guy to do it. So those are the 3 intriguing ones to me. The one I would not go near with a 10-foot pole, I'll give you 2 of them. The Cardinals, because everyone just forgets that team even exists. They're directionless. They have nothing they're building towards. What even is that fucking team?
I guarantee if we did an all-worst team, their defense could make it again.
Oh, sorry, and I forgot to throw in the Falcons. Falcons is also a great job opportunity.
Yeah.
The only issue is that you are in quarterback nightmare
Raheem
town.
Morris getting fired was wild.
Well, it's because it's just like, bro, how can you only... We can see what this team is capable of sometimes, but you can't...
play almost all season.
Right, but that's the problem with Raheem Morris, is that the Michael Penix, Kirk Cousins issue was a problem with him and the GM's creation. Because they chose to bring in both of them.
He could have kept with Kirk, and then he just put Penix in.
Yeah, and now they're in a huge quarterback problem. There's no answer at quarterback. What are you going to do? Bring in a third guy now? Penix tore his ACL for the 3rd time in 5 years, and Kirk Cousins is old and not going to be better next year. He's at best will be the same next year. So you're in quarterback, nightmare town, but you have insanely good skill positions and a really good defense. So Atlanta's interesting, but you know that you're just the quarterback is in a really bizarre place for that team. But the other team that I would say I'm not going anywhere near is the Dolphins. I want nothing to do with that fucking franchise.
Really? Troy Aikman?
Hell no.
You're not trusting Troy Aikman's guidance?
I don't care about Troy Aikman. We're talking about a franchise that has just been so mismanaged, that the owner meddles way too hard, that has literally no defense. Tyreek is probably gone. They have Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle. That's what you got to look forward to on the Dolphins. Beyond that, you've got an overpaid albatross contract at quarterback with Quinn Ewers backing him up. Yep. And nothing else. I just think that there's nothing on the Dolphins that you would want to go there for. They're not in a build it up with a new coach mode. They're in a we're going to get worse before we get better mode.
Okay. I'm actually, you know what? I'm glad you didn't say the team I think you were going to say. Because I honestly, of course the Ravens are the best job. I mean, they're one title loop kick from making the playoffs. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the best job. Lamar, you have an established quarterback. Easy. I look at the other ones. The Giants are probably the second best, like you said. You got the quarterback. You got some pieces. I mean, Abdul Carter. You got some pieces. You got Neighbors.
Yeah, Carter, Sexy
Neighbors.
Dexy.
The issue with Neighbors,
you got Carter, Sexy Dexy, Brian Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, that's like a really. I mean, it's crazy.
Assuming they don't offload one of those two, one of those three. Yes,
they probably move Thibodeau if they're moving anybody because they have to pay him still.
Yeah,
Brian Burns was like second in sacks in the league this year, wasn't he? Or second or third? He was right up there.
He was first for a while through the year, but then he was probably second or third. Which is crazy to think through like 5-6 weeks it was him at first, and then Myles Garrett just passed him and broke the record.
Because Myles Garrett had like 2 5-sack games.
Yeah, he did. He had some games where he just went crazy. Like like normal sack games for those games, he probably finished with like 18, 19. So
we thought he was going to get to like 30. He really slowed down.
Nah, and that's what I'm going to get out on too. He didn't slow down. Yo, they're colluding. They're colluding, bro.
Their team just started scheming to not let him get
You got quarterbacks throwing passes they ain't never thrown in their entire fucking life just to get the ball out before he hits them.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be the guy. You don't want to be the guy that got sacked, even though it doesn't really matter that much.
He's going to get more sacks after that.
Yeah. Who did TJ
not
Watt
in this
sack
case.
to break the record?
No clue.
No clue. Off the dome, I don't know. I do know who it is. I do know. It was Snoop Huntley. It was Snoop Huntley.
They did all this shit though, and honestly, I probably will remember that it was Joe Burrow forever. Joe Burrow's a name. I probably will remember that forever.
Yeah. TJ was Snoop Huntley.
But for the 3 quarterbacks before him, where somehow he went on this 3-week stretch with no sacks. Nah, bro, we wouldn't have remembered your name.
It doesn't matter because Myles Garrett tied the record because Jared Allen had a sack wiped off of his record,
and Michael Strahan had it in 16 games. So yeah,
well, Jared Allen did too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then my third job, honestly, so I got the Falcons in 4th. I got the Browns in 3rd. I really think. I mean, we know how I feel about Shador. You see that, baby? I got the bands. The bands came in. The pack came in, like the baby said. Pegging a mail, you know. Anyway, so, I got the Browns. Because, honestly, if you look at that team, all you can think is, why are they so fucking bad? They don't have a 1 receiver, but they have a few solid receivers. They have 2 tight ends that could start on most teams in this league now. They have a running back that is going to be, he's top 20 now, easily, I would say top 20, but could be trending towards top 15, top 10 and next year if he keeps up what he's doing. They got 2 backup running backs in Dylan Sampson and Ford. When Ford was a starter initially, they're serviceable. Their O-line's not terrible. It can be much, much better, but it's not terrible. And then they got Shador, assuming he wins the job. And that defense is amazing. Like, that is a team where you go, all we need is an offensive play caller, and we can get it figured out. We can make some noise. And they had an offensive play caller for the last 6 years. And they didn't do shit. I mean, Baker was good, but once they made that trade for Deshaun, as we all know, it went downhill. So I got the Browns as 3rd because it is funny because they were talking about, so John Harbaugh is interviewing with the Browns and Stefanski's interviewing with the Ravens. Here he did interview with the Ravens. Could you imagine if John Harbaugh and Stefanski just switched jobs? But imagine if John Harbaugh had a better record, though. What would that say about Stefanski?
Well, I told you my issue with Stefanski is that Stefanski's an offensive coach and that the offense has been the problem for
exactly
3+
But
years.
that's why I think the Browns are a good spot, though, because if you get the offense figured out, the rest is there.
Yeah, there were so many people that were like, "You fired Stefanski? He's won Coach of the Year twice," and it's like, yeah, man, but they've had like the worst offense in the league for like 3 years, and he's an offensive coach. You cannot defend that.
No,
it's like if D'Amico Ryans had the worst defense in the league for 3 years, you'd be like, he's out. You're done.
Get him out of here.
You're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or if Mike Tomlin had the worst defense in the league for 3 years, like it's the same shit. Where it's like,
or we look at Mike McDaniel, who didn't have a great offense. Look at him now.
Yeah, it's like well, the thing is, like, he had a fine offense. Like, it's like the offense wasn't the problem in Miami, but like that's the thing where it's like, why do the Cleveland Browns not win games? Because their offense sucks. And it sucked for years. And it's like, okay, so obviously this guy is not doing a good job at coaching the offense. And like, do I think that Stefanski could do well somewhere else? Sure, but I just do not understand why anybody was confused at why he got fired.
Honestly, Stefanski, see, it's tough though, because so listen, when Stefanski got Deshaun Watson, he was a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. And look what happened after. So I want to say, like, maybe John Harbaugh is more amped to lead a team without a Lamar Jackson than Stefanski is. And Stefanski is more prepared to lead a team that has that star quarterback. But I don't even know, because he had a quarterback. They had some success. Baker, got rid of him. Brought in a star.
I do have to push back. When Deshaun Watson came to the Browns, that was Lamar's unanimous MVP year, I believe. So I do believe that was his unanimous MVP year. Because it was a whole thing when he came there. Because it was a whole thing that they were like, this is the AFC North now.
Was he comparable? Was he comparable then to Lamar now? Based off what we saw this year.
I mean, when people assumed that, I mean, like the last we saw Deshaun Watson in Houston, he was a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Easily.
Like, so yeah.
So that's my thing. So it's like, I can't even guarantee he might get Lamar and fuck it up. Like, he might get Lamar, and next thing you know, we're like, is Lamar even good?
No, I mean, it's not the same. Deshaun didn't play for a year and a half and had lost the respect of the entire NFL. Everyone was gunning for him. Every defense wanted to kill him. The offense didn't like him.
The massage parlor is off the field. We're talking on the field.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you don't play for a year and a half, and you're just constantly in a thing where probably your whole team kind of resents you. Yeah. Deshaun Watson was Russell Wilson before Russell Wilson. That's crazy. I mean, minus the off the field shit, but there's time. You never know. But yeah, then I got Falcons. Honestly, I wouldn't even touch the Raiders job. That was just contrary to you, I know. But it's just that division is so tough. Like, you could be the best coach in the world. You're not about to beat the Broncos, Chiefs, and the fucking Chargers. But then again, the Raiders is just more like, do you want to come in there? You have the first overall pick, and you can start from scratch.
No, I hear you. The resources are there. I think of it often as like path to win the division. Like, is it there? And like, if you can't win the division, you might make the playoffs. But like, if you can't ever win the division, you're not gonna keep your job. Like, so that's where it's tough.
You could even, as the Raiders, just like get there, ship out Max Crosby for another couple firsts, and honestly, now you might have to multiple firsts, and
if you destroy the roster, like not the young players, but like the players that you can move, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you might buy yourself some time, because then you can say, "Hey, listen,
buy yourself an offensive line.
We've engaged in a rebuild, so don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you keep it as is right now, like, you're trying to win. But if you don't win, it's going to be a failure. But if you rebuild it and you get rid of all these players that help you win, and you just say, "Hey, we're going full rebuild," you might buy yourself a couple years. Because I agree. Tough. It's just tough. I mean, Mark Davis, which is funny, contrary to Al Davis, Mark Davis doesn't typically fire coaches like that. He wanted to keep Gruden. He obviously had to get rid of him. The the Josh McDaniels situation is a tough, because as we all know, Josh McDaniels
He's
can't
just
coach.
had so many terrible,
Like,
coaching situations.
you could have saw him in Denver and
Yeah.
know he should have never had a job. After
You had Gruden, who was forced out of the league. Then you had Bisaccia, who was like a
Right.
solid interim coach that got you to the playoffs. And then for some reason you were just like, no, not good enough for me. Let's bring in Josh McDaniels. And then
Yep.
Josh McDaniels did his thing and fucked your team completely. You bring in Antonio Pierce, interim coach, and for some reason you re-sign that guy instead of Rich Bisaccia. And then he is not an actual head coach and fucks it completely.
Hey, he's
you know what
with the
we
Giants.
need? You know what we need? We need Pete Carroll. Open up the crypt, boys. Pull his body out. We're going to get Pete Carroll in here. Pete Carroll's still playing 2006 football.
And even there, right? He's old, so you can argue like. This is the thing. So with every coach that Mark Davis has fired on a short leash, there has been a reason to fire him. Now it is absolutely the most Raiders thing ever to hire a coach who gives you a reason to fire them. But as long as you can make it clear we're not going to win this year, you can get some leash. I don't know, man. Cam Ward, he's the quarterback, but I wouldn't touch the Titans. I wouldn't touch the Titans, to be honest with you.
Go out and get Phillip Rivers.
That's tough. Like, that's real tough. And then the Cardinals, like you said, man. I mean, honestly, I don't even think they should have fired Jonathan Gannon. They should have fired Arizona. Like, I don't even know.
The Arizona Cardinals is a fake football team. I don't think it's actually even real.
The Arizona Cardinals have had 3 coaches that have somewhat showed potential the last 3 cycles, and honestly, I can't definitively say that they lost because of any one of those coaches. This whole fucking team is just a blemish, bro. Like it's just like
a fake team. Once again, I've said before, I'll say it again. Have you ever met a Cardinals fan once in your entire life?
Nope.
The Cardinals are the oldest franchise in the NFL. They have existed longer than any other team. Have you met one Cardinals fan in your entire life? I'm telling you, man, it's not a real team. I think it's fake.
What are they?
It's a real team.
And the Cardinals, I'm telling you, bro. Every year they start 2-1. Every year they start 2-1, and we go, oh, yeah, they might look good.
The oldest franchise in the NFL, and nobody is a fan of them. They've never won anything.
They're frauds, bro, in real life and on paper. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
But I mean, if we're looking at, because I didn't even ask you this, but just who I think would make most sense, I think Cliff Kingsbury to the Ravens might be a good hire. He left Washington, but he signed with Jaden Daniels. If you can see what Cliff could do in Baltimore, get that young coach, young up and coming with Lamar.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad move.
I think Cliff in Baltimore would be a good move.
Smart. Yeah, I actually like that.
And then the Giants.
I actually do like that.
See, Harbaugh's tough. I think the Giants, the best option would be a coach like Harbaugh or McCarthy. You just need an adult in the room. You just need somebody you don't really need a ton of. You don't need There's
you need somebody that's not gonna just be shitting his pants and crying and pooping on the sideline like Dayball, who's just making an ass of himself constantly.
There's teams that need a hot shot play caller on either side, and there's teams that just need for example, they just need a CEO. They just need somebody who can handle their shit. But Harbaugh, I don't know if you saw this. This came out today, Johnny. Harbaugh's got some big demands. He wants $20 million per year, his deal, a $10 million per year budget for assistant coaches, and he wants choice of who his GM is, and he wants control of the roster. That's, I mean, it does. I mean, John Harbaugh's got to be like a kid in a candy shop. Think about it. Think about the league that he got hired in. He got hired in way back when. The league was an entirely different league, bro. Coaches weren't doing what they're doing now. Coaches command shit now. They're you know what I'm saying? He kind of just
18 years, man. 18 years at the helm.
He got hired 18 years ago, and then he basically kind of just had if you think about it, once status quo is established, our roles kind of are what they are. You're not going to 10 years into status quo be like, oh, by the way, I don't know if it's Steve Bisciotti, who it is, but you're like, oh, by the way, I want control of this now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to maintain what it is. But him getting fired gives him a chance to shake it up and go, hey, I've been a coach for 18 fucking years. I got a resume. I'm not coming to you because I know you hire a GM. That's not who I want. You keep your GM. Or if you keep your GM,
they got to pull a Jags. The Giants got to pull a Jags and fire Joe Shane. Like they fired Trent Baalke. Get him out of there.
They kept their GM, so they would have to hire John.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, just fire. When the entire NFL fan base thinks that your GM is a joke, you need to just get rid of him. A la Trent Baalke, a la Joe Shane, a la Chris Ballard. Like, there are just dudes where it's like, we know they suck. Get rid of them. Just go. It'll change everything.
Yeah, like, these. It's so funny because sometimes these owners are like, oh, it's been 8 months. We haven't seen results. Get rid of them. But some of these owners are like, man, I know it's been 6 years, but if we just give him one more year, like, nah, bro, come on now. I mean, he got some picks, right? Obviously, had a hand in the Jackson Dart and a lot of those picks, but no, I would fire my GM. I would,
set.
If I'm the
you
Giants,
got Howie Roseman, you got John Lynch, you got one of these like real good GMs, like you're just set.
If I'm the Giants, I'm John Harbaugh. I'm firing my GM for. I would hire John Harbaugh for the Giants. That'd be a great match.
Yeah, I would too.
But that being said, outside of this though, unless, and this is off the radar, unless the Giants can get Lane Kiffin to somehow leave LSU after just signing a deal, I would get Lane Kiffin because him and Jackson Dart have history. But that being said, who knows? Because Jackson Dart was on the Ole Miss sideline, and with Lane Kiffin out there, obviously allegiance has to take precedent. So, but I mean, I might take a gander at Lane Kiffin just to see if he wants to come with Jackson Dart. But I mean, I don't know. But hey, we got the kid from Washington, Desmond Williams, signed a deal last week. Tried to go to LSU next week. So, NIL is a wild place. And for the coaches, but yeah, and then honestly, Browns, I think Harbaugh might be a good pick for them too. Maybe Clint Kubiak, someone like that. Falcons, it's tough. I could go with the Falcons. I could go Brian Flores. If you want to just ride out the defense, that's your strength. Get a defensive guy. But if you want to say defensive strength, we don't need a defensive guy. Then honestly, I think the Falcons are in such a dilemma with the quarterback where you could go Clint Kubiak. Yeah. That's so funny because Arthur Smith's one of the candidates, but they're not going to hire him. You could go Stefanski, but I honestly would take a shot on somebody younger. If we're trying to figure out quarterback and we need a few years to get that figured out, get a guy who you know I'm going to give 5 years, like a Brad Stevens deal. Like, you got 5 years, no matter what happens, we're giving you 5. And I might go Davis Webb. He's an up-and-coming, he's a Broncos quarterback coach, and I would hate to lose him. He played like 2 years in the league. He was like a second-round prospect. 2 years in the league he played, and immediately after he stopped playing, he became an assistant coach on the Giants. And then he kind of just worked his way up from there. But he's one of those guys that's up-and-coming. He's young. But I imagine they got to go young, right? Because they already tried Raheem Morris. They tried Arthur Smith.
Phillip Rivers.
It went
old for a player, young for a coach.
Oh, hey,
he's interviewing.
So they hired Matt Ryan. They're going to hire Matt Ryan as their president. So maybe. Both played in Indianapolis. Finished their career.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Matt played in Indianapolis, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Say he's that. Really I was gonna say they had like 3 bridge quarterbacks, and he's the one that I forget because he was the only one that didn't bridge the gap.
Yeah, I think he was like 4 games.
Like they had like bridge, and it was good, and then it was like Matt, and then that's when they realized like we got to actually draft somebody. And look what happened. It didn't work.
Didn't work out.
Yeah. Honestly, Cardinals, Titans, Raiders. It doesn't matter who they hire. They're gonna be gone in 2 years. Like, I'm telling you, like, Ben Johnson is the prototype for what you do. He could have had a job 3 years ago. He could have had a job 2 years ago. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. And he got a good job. And that's what I would do, honestly. If it was between the Cardinals, Titans, Raiders, or going back to my old job, I'd go back to my old job. No. There's just certain jobs you don't want to get. Like, you don't want that. You're just going to be a footnote in history for the wrong reason. Like, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, Johnny. But a lot of openings, a lot of space to be filled. Of course, we'll be keeping everybody up to date as they get filled. A lot of interviews taking place. Arthur Smith has anyone else from the Steelers get interviewed besides Arthur Smith?
Fuck no.
I was gonna say I don't think so.
Fuck no.
I mean Mike Tomlin next week, but other than that,
we'll see.
We'll see. If the Steelers fire Mike Tomlin, I know you said Clint in the past, but right now, who do you want? If the Steelers do fire Mike Tomlin, if they lose, because now you got John.
Yeah, probably Clint. I want not McDaniel. I want a hot shot. Stefanski wouldn't be bad either, but yeah, okay. I'm
glad. That's crazy.
I want an offensive guy though.
Okay, so if they get Robert Saleh, it's a failure.
It's a lateral move.
What about Jesse Minter, a young upcoming defensive coordinator?
I'm just saying it's a lateral move.
Okay, so you want that offense. No. You're just all on offense.
The offense has been a problem. That's how teams are winning. Like, get an offensive guy.
Hey, Mike McDaniels is out there.
I already told you no. He doesn't fit the Steelers culture anyway. He's a little dweeb.
I can't even picture him wearing black and gold.
No.
Not even picture it. But listen,
I'd love him as an OC and nothing more.
Listen. We're gonna wrap up, but you heard it here. Listen, it's been a quick, it's went by fast, but a good NFL season. And it's still going. We got the playoffs, right? We got a lot of big games coming up. The AFC wide open, NFC less open, but it's still open. But listen, we had to recap our picks for you, right? We had the preseason. We had our awards. Shout out to our award winners from today. Shout out to the Graveyard. We'll get that graphic for you guys. We got the Graveyard because, listen, like I said, there's Michael Jordan of Grim Reaping. There's LeBron James of Grim Reaping. Then there's Jonny of Grim Reaping. And the other two just don't quite Grim Reap like him. So we're going to get that Graveyard built up for you. But then, of course, preseason picks. We got the playoffs. Yeah, I'm saying you got some predictions. You got some hot takes. You got some disappointments, right, from the season. If you got a team you follow and you just got something you got to vent, right? You know what I'm saying? You got, Saints fans, you might consider it a good season, but maybe you still want to vent a little bit, right? If we're going Arizona, the Giants, Washington, Tennessee, New York, if you want to vent in the comments, just get it off.
Yeah, Arizona fans, sound off. Prove you're real.
Yeah, prove you're
not a fucking bot.
It's just crickets for Arizona fans. Las Vegas, Cleveland, should have started Shador sooner. Anyone, you want to get something off your chest, get it off in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of the year. We look back on what could have been, what we thought was going to be, and what is. But listen, guys, listen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you are just a coach. And without a coach, it's just a couch. That old raggedy thing you sit on. But with both, you're one of us. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. And if you got some shit to say, leave a comment. While you're at it, hit the notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves weekly. And as we mentioned, we're going to be going some basketball soon. So if all you NBA fans, get ready to go, right? Super Bowl, that's done. We're right in. We're right in the NBA right there. Like we never didn't start. You know what I'm saying? But for more, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. You can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all our socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. It's Johnny. It's Kuji. Thank you for watching Couch Coach. Thank you for staying in it regular season. and following through in the playoffs. But listen, guys, we'll see you soon. Y'all have a nice night.
Yeah, fuck ice. Fuck ice.
I don't even put ice in my cup. I went to mix a drink. I put ice.
Never.
I put ice in, and then I dumped it out, and then I put my drink in.
Lukewarm. Room temp only.
Justice to the people.
Justice to the people. Fuck ice. Room temp. Let's go.